Welcome back to the PigSkin podcast. This is episode 16. This episode, we're going to be going over Conference Championship weekend. Do a little bit of review on the portalies, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, the portalers. And then we'll talk a little bit about OU's projected bowl game, projected to play against Arizona in the Alamo Bowl. And then we'll touch on NFL week, 14 at this point?
Week 13. We're in the
teens
13. Now.
Yeah, we are in the teens. Don't tell Josh Giddey. We are in the teens.
That I have his jersey.
It's a Chris Paul. All right, the 3 is Chris Paul, which is equally almost as bad. But we'll go ahead. We'll kick it off. The first of the conference championship games. We are recording this Friday night, starting at 6:55. 5 minutes from now is kickoff of Oregon-Washington round 2. I'll go ahead and hit on it. I think Oregon should be a playoff team. I think they're one of the 4 best teams in the country. Bo Nix and the boys are rolling. That defense is ferocious. Troy Franklin, Bucky Irving, those guys are flying. They're scoring all kinds of points. Arguably should have beat Washington, but they did beat themselves. I wouldn't say they beat themselves. Washington beat them, but few miscues, first and goal inside the 10 twice in Washington territory, didn't score 0 points, right? So,
well, in a way, they did they didn't beat themselves like you said, but like
they didn't beat themselves, but they didn't help themselves.
The field goal that they tried to attempt at the end of the game kind of hurt them in the foot.
Yeah,
like, I don't really know how to explain it. Like whenever they were driving down the field, and when Dan Lanning made the decisions that he did at the final drive to kick it for the field goal, like that's the first thing going through my mind is, this is.
It's almost like
this is not going to end up being good.
Yeah, it wasn't a good idea.
Well, it was in a way kind of the right move. I don't know. I'm not a coach.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're playing for the tie because at this point you don't know if you're gonna score the touchdown, so you're trying to at least get it into overtime.
Yeah, exactly. Hindsight's always 20/20, right? Yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20. But anyways, I would have predicted it weeks ago. I don't remember if that was pre or post the beginning of the podcast. But, however, I do think Oregon wins this game. They are favored by 9.5. A lot larger spread than I would expect. I think they're very comparable teams. Washington, people say, have been struggling to get by last few weeks. Hey, they're still fucking winning football games.
It almost seems kind of disrespectful to Washington because they're undefeated.
It does. It does seem disrespectful, but at the same time, gonna win. And that's what they've been doing. And
I think maybe the spread is too big at this point.
I think it is.
I think it's going to be one of those that's too big, and so Washington's going to come out and win the game because that's how college football works.
Oh, yeah? You think so? Is that who you're picking? You picking Washington?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, that's the...
That's the story. That's
just you can't tell the story of college football without telling the story of Oregon being favored by too much against Washington.
Yeah, no, literally. I do think Oregon wins, though. I'm really excited. I think this should be a great, fantastic game. This might end up, outside of Georgia, Bama, this will probably be the game of the weekend. And it could even be better than that. But I'm super excited to watch this one. We'll kind of be watching it while we're recording here. But
yeah, I've already got it up. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm watching the end of Wheel of Fortune. So, but who do you think? Who do you think is gonna win? Like I said, I got Oregon.
Are we gonna get peak Bo Nix? Because if he wins this game, does he? Well, let me ask this before we get into the game. If Bo Nix and the Ducks win the game, does he shoot himself in first in the Heisman voting, or is it still?
I think he's already in first. Jaden Daniels, right?
It should be Jaden Daniels.
It should be, but I think people are going to look at the fact that LSU's lost 3 games and judge that way too harshly on him. I sent you the stats the other day. He's second in the SEC in rushing yards.
Yeah.
And he's a quarterback.
It's all running backs, and it's just Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, exactly.
He has arguably the best Heisman stats of any Heisman winner, except for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, no, exactly. And he's competing with Joe Burrow, stats wise. You know what I mean? It's insane. I think Jaden Daniels should win the Heisman. That would be my Heisman pick, would be Jaden Daniels. But I think they're going to look at what Bo Nix has done.
Yeah.
And what the team has done and give it to him, because he has been Heisman worthy. Michael Penix, I feel like, has fell off a little bit. I don't think he's I think it's a two-man race. I think it's Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix.
It's kind of like the year when Baker won it. Like you look at his stats compared to Lamar Jackson's, and they were kind of like right there. But
Yeah.
because Lamar Jackson won it previously, and you saw the success that Oklahoma was having, like it was clear Baker was going to win the Heisman. So I would base it off of what does this LSU team look like without Jaden Daniels? You know, like look how much he's meant to the team. Look how well he's been playing. You know,
yeah. Well, you can make that argument for a lot of the players, right? But I mean,
Oregon's stacked, dude. They've got a lot
Oregon
of talent.
is stacked.
Like
you could make that for like people have said Ollie Gordon should be there, which I wouldn't necessarily hate, you know. But I don't think Oklahoma State has had the season. Now they're in a conference championship. Yes, we know they'll probably get slaughtered tomorrow morning, but who knows? Texas has been prone to lose to Oklahoma State, just like they've been prone to lose to Oklahoma. But
you got Oregon.
I do have Oregon. Oregon.
I think it's a fair pick. Now, do you predict that they're going to cover the 9.5 spread?
See, that's the tough part. Is I could totally see them covering, but I could also totally see it being like a one possession game. Okay, and I think it ends as a one possession game. But I like I said, I'm taking Oregon, but I will take Washington to cover. I definitely think Washington should cover.
Okay. I don't know. I think Washington might win.
Undefeated.
They've been yeah. I mean, we've been kind of disrespecting them a little bit just because of how they've played in terms of performance. I think Oregon's a better team. Yeah. And Oregon, if them being the better team and possibly having a better coach, I don't know. Like,
hey, Kalen DeBoer is a hell of a coach, man.
Yeah.
But so is Dan Lanning.
Yeah, they're both incredible coaches. They both got really good quarterbacks. I think I trust Michael Penix in the receiving core more than I do just Bo Nix and Troy Franklin, you know?
That's fair.
But Oregon is a better team, and like they've been playing better football.
Their defense was a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot more consistent.
Yeah. They've played really good since the loss.
Washington's defense, I saw a stat there, their defense is on fourth down, they're 13 for 31.
Yeah.
Teams are 13 and 31 against Washington's defense on fourth down. So it's not like they're bad. They're opportunistic, but they're not like they're not upper echelon. Yeah. And Oregon's closer to upper echelon on defense. I think Oregon, if they win this game, which I do think they will, I think their defense is going to make a couple of big plays.
Yeah, a couple interceptions, maybe a pick six.
Maybe. Now, I'm not one to predict turnovers. I'm not always one to predict turnovers unless it's Quinn Ewers. But I do think that maybe not necessarily pick sixes or interceptions, but game-changing plays, like a great tackle in open space. Maybe punching the ball out, they lose a few yards. Maybe a timely sack. You know, stuff like that.
Goal line stand.
Maybe a goal line.
They had one.
They're not Oklahoma. They're not Oklahoma, but
well, they did have one the first time they played.
They did
in Seattle. So it's on ESPN. Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler are going to be calling the game. I won't have the sound on just so it doesn't interrupt us, but I will be watching the game. But anyway, it's going to be a good game. You want to go to the next game? Speaking of slaughters.
Yeah. This one shouldn't be close. Oklahoma State, Texas, in Arlington, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, I believe on ABC, something like that. Texas should roll, man. They're favored by 14 and a half.
15
it shouldn't be close. 15. Yeah, see, exactly. And this game shouldn't be close. I wouldn't expect it to be close at all.
Also,
but you never know.
Yeah. Also, there was a video that was posted of a Longhorn being slaughtered and was put on a Oklahoma State fraternity house.
I did see that on their farmhouse.
So it had engraved "fuck FH," which stands for farmhouse. Yeah, yes. It was set on one of the front yards of the fraternity houses. You get a little far into the story, and apparently there's the mass consensus speculation that was it was like a fraternity beef apparently within Oklahoma State. The Texas fan base and the Longhorn faithful have brought it upon themselves to say that it was about Texas. They have made it a case to where it's like the meme you see of like fucking I can't even think of the name from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Mr. White.
yeah.
Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the meme where it's like, this is about me. That's what Texas and the Texas faithful have done. So now it's not only going to be a slaughter of a Longhorn on Oklahoma State's territory. I agree with you. I think they should win this game pretty convincingly.
But then again, that's been Texas's MO. When they should win and they should blow teams out.
Well, it's red zone opportunities.
Yep, that's
They're
the
always
same
missing
thing
out.
that killed them against OU. And it's insane for their defense or their offense to be as productive as they are, but be so bad inside the red zone. And
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it's scheme wise. I don't know if it's Quinn Ewers. I don't know if the receivers are too fast and can't necessarily find space the right way, but it's a weird
Are the
thing to see.
receivers too good to be?
I mean, like not necessarily they're too good, but like are they, not inept enough to be able to sit down in space? Because a lot of red zone scoring, defensive and offensively, comes down to maximizing or minimizing space.
Yeah, that's true.
And
It gets a lot
so,
tighter in the red zone too. You got to be a lot more accurate.
yeah, exactly, the ball has to get there a lot quicker. That's why
That's why I
I
love
think
Dylan
it's
Gabriel.
yeah, exactly. And I almost feel like it might be a Quinn Ewers thing because when it gets buttoned down like that and they're in the red zone, it's like he can't get it through the windows he has to get it through.
That's
And
been the story of Quinn Ewers this season, though. Like
mhm,
he's had some games where it's like that's why he was the most
like
highly
Texas Tech.
touted. Yeah, like that's why he was the most highly touted quarterback in that 2021 class. Like
Mhm.
now, like you've seen flashes where you're like, okay, that's an NFL throw, and then you've seen some where you're like, oh, what was he doing there?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the thing is what Texas or what Quinn Ewers are we going to get? Texas's defense, I have all the faith in the world in.
Yeah, their defense is solid. Ryan Watts is
Now,
playing good. Devondre Sweat's playing good.
do you think they can shut down Ollie Gordon?
Yes.
You think so?
Oklahoma State's offensive line's below average.
Yeah.
Ollie
No, for
Gordon's
sure.
just like he's just such a good running back that he finds open holes. That's gonna be hard to do because they're like Texas is
Because
peaking.
Devondre Sweat's fucking 500 pounds.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they've got other guys. They got Byron Murphy, Alfred Collins. Ethan Burke's playing, but I mean, he's
Yeah.
playing better. Sorrell's playing better. I don't know. It could be one of those weird days though, where it goes into overtime for some reason. What kind of
Yeah.
scenario would we be looking at if it's a dogfight in that game? So if it's a dogfight, Oregon wins. Let's say Alabama wins convincingly against Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and then like Florida State loses, which they should because apparently Boilermaker is not going to be in the game. That's
Oh,
their
shit.
yeah. Apparently he's out.
You see, and that's the thing. I don't know, man, because I feel like, if
What's going to piss everybody off? Put Texas and Oregon in. Put Michigan and let's see.
what would piss off the committee is if Florida State wins. Because I don't think they want Florida State in.
What's gonna not putting the SEC in is gonna piss everybody off. So I'm just gonna say uh,
Yeah.
Michigan, Oregon, Texas, and I'm just gonna throw Ohio State in there. There, we pissed off everybody.
You said Michigan, Oregon, Texas, and Ohio State.
Yeah,
Oh my god, dude,
that's
that
gonna
would
piss
be
everybody
utter
off. So
fucking chaos. Oh god, I'm almost pissed. I don't know. I just think. Look,
I'm all about the
obviously,
chaos. Sign me up.
do you think if Texas wins and Alabama wins, do you think there's a world where they put Alabama in over Texas? They can't, right?
Oh, because of the head-to-head.
Yeah.
Who do
But
you think? Who do you think would win now? Like if you're predicting a match on a neutral field, Texas versus Alabama tomorrow, who do you think wins?
that's a tough one, man. I
Even
don't
if it's
know
like a dogfight, who do you think comes out
the way
victorious?
Alabama's been playing. Yeah, they had a tough game last week against Auburn, but that's rivalry
That's
week, right?
rivalry. That doesn't matter.
And yeah, exactly. I would almost lean Alabama, but the only thing is like Texas shuts down the one thing that they're like. Well, I wouldn't even say that because Texas's secondary isn't that great. Alabama's really prone to throwing the ball deep. Texas is prone to getting beat deep. Alabama has no run game outside of Jalen Milroe. So it's like,
No, that's the thing. He's a threat with his legs.
yeah, but, I don't know that that's enough to stop. Like, Texas can still stop that, though. You know what I mean? But they can stop a traditional run game, but can they stop the quarterback run? Dylan ran it all the fuck over him.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, I would think that the OU Texas game stands out because although OU isn't a super down the field passing attack like Alabama has to be with Jalen Milroe, they can be a lot more methodical. The quarterback run game between Oklahoma and Alabama, or the quarterback run game for Oklahoma, is the closest thing Texas will have seen to when they played Alabama earlier.
Yeah.
Outside, Dylan Gabriel's definitely not as fast or as athletic as Jalen Milroe is, but he's the closest thing to.
He's a better thrower of the football.
He is a much better thrower of the football, much more accurate with the ball in his hands.
That's the thing. They're going to have to take advantage of downfield passing, or maybe Texas is prepared for that. So
I like how we just completely got off the fucking conference championship.
Well, no, I mean, like we I don't know. I have a feeling that, I mean, it'll
chaos ensues this weekend, though. You'd have to agree, right? I think, honestly, and this might be, I 100% sign me up. This might be conspiracy theorist. I think if all the projected teams win, I think chaos still ensues. Because if Florida State wins, the committee doesn't want to put them in, but they're going to have to.
If they blow out Louisville, then I think they'll put them in. It's like the Ohio State thing. They won 59-0.
Yeah. I think if they win, they're in, no matter how they win.
I just don't know if they have the team that Ohio State had, because Ohio State was playing really good.
No, they certainly don't. Jordan Travis, Jesus Christ, was so much of their team. So much of it. But here's the thing is like, okay, we have undefeated Georgia. We have undefeated Florida State. We have one loss Oregon, one loss Texas, undefeated Michigan. Does Oregon or Texas get left out? The committee has ranked Oregon consistently ahead of Texas. So do they think that Oregon's a better team than Texas? And then with that win, with Oregon's win over Washington, avenging their only loss, is that better than Texas's win over a 2-loss Alabama? I would think so, right? You'd think Oregon would be in that scenario.
I would think so. The only thing, Texas has the trump card. They can say, well, look at how we beat the fuck out of Tech and you only won, by 8 points. But it's like, that's the beginning of the season. Teams can get better.
Yeah, exactly. Teams get better and teams get worse.
Look at Oklahoma. Oklahoma was so good at the beginning of the season. And then injuries.
We can argue that OU never played complimentary football the entire season, though, right?
Yeah.
Outside of the Texas game. Like, that's been the biggest issue since BV's been there. And I don't think it's his fault. That's just been the main issue that's been killing the team. It's just, and I think
he's figuring out how to win.
That. I think it's partially how quick the offense goes. You can't play complimentary football with a team that can get on and off the field in 30 seconds.
True. Well, I mean, I like tempo offense. Just, you got to
not
simmer down a little bit.
Yeah. You got to know when to take the pot off the fucking stove.
Yeah.
And let it simmer instead of boil. But, I mean, we're in agreement, right? So, yeah. Never. All right.
Tommy DeVito's dad will never put that cigar out.
I want some cigars, man. Let's smoke cigars. I think we're in agreement, though. Texas wins this game tomorrow,
right? Yeah. I mean, it could be a weird day.
Do you think they cover?
15?
Yeah.
I would think so.
That's where
it just depends on what Texas team are we going to get. Are we going to get a fired up, Texas team that hasn't won a Big 12 championship since I was, shitting my pants? And
you were shitting your pants at 11 years old?
Because that was the last time
they won it in 09.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It tells a lot about you, man.
I may have sharded a few times.
I mean, I was shitting my pants when I was 8, but,
Damn, I didn't realize. I thought it was a lot longer than that. 2009.
Remember, that's when they went to the national championship game. And Colt McCoy got hurt.
Yeah, you're right. They lost to Bama. Okay.
Because that was the year after.
It's coming together. The gears have turned.
That was the year after OU went to the national championship game. Sam Bradford got hurt twice. Landry Jones came in. We went like 9-3, 8-5, something like that. 9-4, 8-5, something like that.
I would assume that Sark's going to have this team playing with their hair on fire. So.
You would think so, but then again, when Texas plays with their hair on fire.
They usually do pretty well, at least this season.
That is true. This season of Texas has been very different from the past.
Yeah.
It's usually like the K-State game, the TCU game, the fucking whoever else they play, Houston,
Kansas.
Texas falls apart in those games in the past. They don't rebound and win. So that's one testament to Sark. I think Sark's a fantastic coach.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
He has. But moving on to the next game, we have the ACC title game. I believe that one is also at 4:00 on the CW. No, I'm playing. That's been such a fucking stupid thing. But we have.
Marshall's gonna have the Arizona Bowl on the CW.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sick. Oh no, that game's at 7. So the next game of the Power 5, at least, I am excited for SMU Tulane. I think it's going to be badass. The next Power 5 game, what many are saying is a national championship game. I don't think it is. I think Bama could easily lose to teams like Oregon or Washington.
Is it possible game of the year?
I think it certainly could be. I 100% think it could be. This game, I'm so amped up for this one, dude. Georgia and Alabama, man. I can't wait. It's the last SEC game on CBS.
Oh, is it? Yeah, you're right, because it's going to Big Ten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's so
man.
weird.
It's going to be weird to hear the CBS mantra and then see fucking
Michigan and Maryland.
Iowa, Nebraska. Fucking Jesus Christ. But Georgia's favored by 5 right now. I think Georgia wins. I don't think they cover. I don't think they cover, but I think Georgia wins.
Yeah. It's Nick Saban, though.
It is Nick Saban. USC is finalizing a deal to hire UCLA defensive coordinator D'Anton Lynn to their defensive coordinator position.
He's a good defensive coordinator.
He is.
NFL guy.
But how do you see this Georgia-Alabama game going? I think, look, Georgia's been kind of slow starting in some games. You see, like Auburn got up on them. Tennessee, first play of the game, got up on them, and then they just wear on you and weigh on you and weigh on you, and then you look up and they're up 30.
Yeah, but Bama's like the one team that can get on Georgia, though.
They're built to beat each other.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like, that's what Kirby Smart's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like going in and out of this game.
I am too.
But it's Nick Saban. Like, I don't know. This is going to be such a good game because
Nick Saban's a big game coach. If there's ever a big game coach, man.
I think the threat of Milroe's legs is going to be a problem for Georgia, and this is probably the best team that Georgia's faced so far. It absolutely is the best team that they've faced this season.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm interested to see if they're going to use Milroe in the running game a little bit.
I would assume so because I don't know. Now Georgia's been weaker on defense. I'm not going to say weak, but weaker than they have been in the past.
Yeah, a lot of guys been drafted.
Yeah, which it's expected, right? That happens. But I think it's going to have to be a hell of a game plan from Tommy Rees.
Yeah.
To beat them.
Alabama's going to have to score in the red zone.
Yes.
Like if you want to establish a drive, if you want to say like, hey, we can pound it down your throat, you need a 10-play drive.
Yeah.
And just score like 6 points, not 3, because Georgia can score.
Yeah, you're gonna have to score touchdowns to beat Georgia. And Carson Beck, man, this will be the game. Well. He is playing really well. He hasn't had to deal with a lot of pressure though.
Yeah,
Alabama's gonna put some pressure on him.
This is gonna be the best pass rush they've faced. For sure.
Now their offensive line is really good, but again, they haven't faced a pass rush. I mean, Dallas Turner alone. And they got dudes on that team, and that secondary is playing really well. So Carson Beck is going to have to be really decisive, and he's going to have to make the throws that he's going to have to play to what's there. Because Alabama's going to try to trick you and try to bait you into doing some stuff, especially being a young freshman quarterback, redshirt freshman, I believe. But either way, like, he's going to have to take what's given to him. If that means he's got 33 attempts and, maybe like 22 completions or something like that, and his average yards per pass is like 8, like he's going to have to, you know what I mean? He's going to have to take the plays in the flat. He's going to have to take the dump offs. He's going to have to take the check downs. Like, he's not going to be able to get it all the time. Now, Brock Bowers is his biggest matchup problem.
Well, yeah, I was going to get into
anybody.
that. So, Bama, their defense has not faced a dude like Ladd McConkey or Brock Bowers yet this season, so they're going to have to deal with that. But is this a game where if Carson Beck doesn't play well, we get a Brock Vandergift?
I don't think so. I don't even think we see a clip of him on the sidelines. Remember how bad OU fans or how mad OU fans were when he decommitted? Then we got Caleb Williams. Everyone was like, "Okay."
So, is he going to transfer?
I don't know. I thought he would have transferred last year, but you never know. I have to bring it up every time. Carson Beck is one ugly motherfucker, man.
Dude,
he's a good quarterback.
But he's a good quarterback, yeah.
He's a very good quarterback, but he is.
Don't judge a man by how he looks, but how he plays.
It's fair.
So he is that dude.
He is that dude.
Washington is driving down the field.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're just chipping away.
See, this is what I mean. Like Roma Dunze, McMillan, Polk.
Hey, Washington's got 3-4 NFL guys in that wide receiver room right now. Like and
an NFL quarterback.
And an NFL quarterback. How high do you think Michael Penix goes? First round, second round? Third?
There's going to be a team that needs a quarterback, and if he's available, I think somebody takes him. Maybe late first round.
Like Atlanta,
maybe. If there's if they don't trade for a quarterback, then I bet they take Michael Penix.
I can see him going there. I could also see J.J. McCarthy going there, someone like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I can't wait to start breaking down film. Start doing mock drafts that matter to nobody. But yeah, no. Who do you think wins though? I still think Georgia wins. I think they're too good a team, and I think they're playing too sound of football. I know it's Nick Saban. I know.
Yeah, Alabama I know that's like the
typically wins these games. It's hard to pick against Nick Saban, but if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be Kirby Smart's Georgia that I pick.
Yeah. Oh, we almost threw a pick. Kirby Smart's like the one coach that's very good at game planning. So
again, Kirby's only 1-4 against Saban.
Yeah, he won one game,
which is insane to think about, and how people are talking about Georgia. But
you see, they haven't been beaten yet, and since the SEC championship of 2021 was the last time they were beaten.
When Alabama beat them.
Yeah. So if there's going to be a team that does it, it's probably Bama.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
do you think if Georgia wins this game and gets in? Do you think there's anybody that be in the playoff that can beat them, or you think it's just Georgia's to win?
Yeah, good question.
I think tomorrow's game will go a long way in telling us that.
Georgia as a team, like everybody keeps saying, like this isn't the same team, but they keep winning games and they keep blowing out opponents, and they're still good. They're still very good. I mean, Kirby Smart's recruited at an incredible pace. Since he's gotten to Georgia.
Yeah.
If there's any team that could put up a fight, I would say probably Michigan, especially having Jim Harbaugh back on the sidelines and coaching. I think that's a good advantage.
And a full month to prepare.
Yeah.
But then again, Georgia also is given a full month to prepare.
Yeah.
Or
I think there is a talent
unless they get each other in the national championship game, they only have a week.
There's a talent disparity between the two programs. Like I think Georgia's a lot more talented. Like they got better athletes on the field, or at least more talented athletes. But Jim Harbaugh's a good coach.
Jim Harbaugh is a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
Sean Moore is a hell of a coach too.
I think Michigan. Maybe Oregon.
I could see Michigan. I don't know. That's what's hard is it's like, man, like who beats Georgia outside of Bama? And if Bama wins, then neither team gets in.
I can see it being a dogfight with Washington just because of their passing attack.
Yeah. That is
their passing attack, I think, with Michael Penix and
whether it's a quick game or it's downfield. Yeah.
Maybe they go high tempo. There's a lot of teams that could put up a fight against Georgia, but we come back to the same thing every time. Georgia probably beats everybody in the country except for Bama. Texas has a lot of talented dudes. I mean, they're built big up front. Just their offensive line wouldn't be able to handle Georgia's rush.
No, I don't think their offensive line would be able to handle, but their defensive line could certainly stop the game for Georgia. Like they could cause real issues.
Yeah.
Their linebacking core is where I think Georgia would be able to attack them and just pick them apart, especially with Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers against Anthony Hill Jr.
Yeah.
Over.
I mean, that's a mismatch.
Any safety mismatch. So, but again, Brock Bowers is a mismatch for anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody, bro. Maybe. Fuck, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know who in the NFL could guard Brock Bowers right now. Like,
Best
realistically, stay on, like, keep him contained. You know what I mean? Not even Sauce. He's too big for Sauce.
Yeah. We'll see.
Billy Bowman.
We'll get-
But
yeah, Georgia Alabama is going to be a fantastic game.
I can't wait.
I might take Alabama to cover.
Yeah, I could see that. That's probably the way I'd roll. But so I think we're both kind of in agreements. Georgia wins, Alabama covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next game here.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see. I'm not putting money on none of these fucking games, by the way. Probably won't bet anything on brokerage. Pussy. Next game. First of all, before we even get into this one, did you see what some places were offering for first half points for Iowa?
Yeah, like
half a point.
5, yeah. Oh.
Literally betting us to whether or not you think Iowa will score.
Maybe on defense.
You know what's crazy? Iowa could lose this game.
Well,
not even score.
Jake
Hold on.
McNamara, he's
Iowa could not even score in this game and still cover. That's how good their defense is.
Yeah.
They could lose 21-0 and still cover. They could lose 22-0 and still cover. Spread's 22, by the way. Washington's almost in the red zone. Oh, man. But Michigan favored by 22 points. They blow Iowa out, right? Do they score enough? But I don't even think it matters if they could probably score 10 points and win this game by 10.
I think what Iowa needs to do is they need to hire Connor Stallions and steal the signs of Michigan.
Think so?
Yeah. Well, they've already got it. They had a former Michigan QB.
Yeah.
They got McNamara out there. He might be able to score a touchdown. Maybe he picks them apart. You know, we never know.
We never know.
But this Michigan team, JJ McCarthy, I mean, he's gonna score some points.
Lane Corman and Donovan Edwards are running the ball down everyone's throat.
It's crazy. That's all that Michigan needed was a quarterback. Like over these years, can you remember all the quarterbacks they've had? Remember Shea Patterson?
Remember when everyone thought he was a savior after he came from Ole Miss too?
Yeah.
Remember Denard Robinson?
Denard Robinson? Yeah.
Denard Robinson? Yeah. First down Washington in the red zone, man.
Did you see their quarterback, Orgy?
Their quarterback, Orgy?
Yeah, Michigan's quarterback.
No, I did not.
Orgy. He ran a play. It was like out the gate in the second half when Michigan got the ball. They did like a QB run. He's huge.
Ooh.
So maybe apparently he was a quarterback. Apparently he was a quarterback.
Imagine they get him and General Booty in the backfield. A Booty Orgy.
So are you saying Booty transfers?
I don't think so.
That'd break my heart.
It would break my heart. I couldn't live with myself if that happened.
What's the next game after that? We don't need to talk about Michigan.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Michigan. Louisville and Florida State. Apparently, the weather in this game is supposed to be completely horrendous.
Like rain, snow.
Yeah, rain.
Tornado,
they're
tsunami.
In probably all the above. They're in Charlotte playing at Bank of America Stadium. But apparently it's supposed to be pretty bad weather, like rain and stuff. But
so no over.
I wouldn't take the over anyways. Florida State's favored by 1.5.
What if their third string quarterback is just the next?
Yeah, because Tate Widemaker's not supposed to play, is he?
Yeah, apparently he was concussed.
Apparently?
Yeah, he got smacked pretty hard. I think you throw Jordan Travis out there because I think Jordan Travis on one leg is still probably better than anything else they have.
I think Jordan Travis with no legs.
Put him out there on one of those like one-legged scooters that they ride out on.
Yeah.
So just, whenever and put him in a position to where it's like a punter's formation, like where he's just so far back. Have a long snapper snap it to him. He could throw far.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think it'll be fun. I think that might be their path to the national championship right there.
Yeah.
No, but for real though, I think Louisville came off not bad, dude. Louisville's coming off a loss to Kentucky. a bad loss for them, right? They felt probably if they win that game and are a one-loss team, they may have a very, very outside shot at the playoff. Now it's dead in the water, right? But you look at Louisville coming off a bad loss. Their offense still performed pretty well. Look, Jake Plummer's been a hell of a quarterback. Jeff Brom's a hell of a coach. Louisville's got some dudes on that fucking
Yeah, we
team.
forget that he was like a highly rated like transfer quarterback.
Yeah, he was one of the top ones. He might be the best transfer quarterback from this past season.
Maybe.
I don't know
Except
who else
for
you'd argue.
I almost said Caleb Williams. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah. I don't. I just. I think Louisville wins this game if Florida State's on the third string.
That's the thing is unless their third string is like their next starter, like he's that good, then I don't know if Florida State's gonna win.
No.
That's tough because they've got a team that can compete for a title, like a national title. So? Yeah, I think they do. Like in terms of like the talent,
especially
that they have.
with Jordan Travis.
Yeah. And touchdown. Nope, dropped. Louisville should win the game.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Which obviously we take them to cover. See, but this is the crazy thing. All signs point this way.
Yeah, I know. What's the scenario Florida State does win this game? They're undefeated. They're not one of the best.
They have to be in.
Yeah, they've earned their way in. Games have to matter.
Yeah, on-field results have to matter. You can't just take the odds, the power rankings or whatever. That's not football.
This is where like a 12-team playoff does like help. Like this season,
there's benefit in that. Yeah, I will give you that. Like I said, I'm not a huge proponent of expanded playoffs. I think 12. I think 4 is fine because I want every single game to matter.
But there's, I don't know, maybe 8, maybe 8 at the most. Some teams like that are really good and that are peaking that just had like a really bad loss. It was a bad day. That still have a really good team that could make it interesting. Like deserve to be in.
Because, I could see Oklahoma would have fun. I'd have fun with Oklahoma in the playoff this year.
Yeah, like Florida State, if they win, they deserve to be in. But are they going to be able to compete with?
No, they'll get the fuck kicked out of them.
Yeah,
but they still deserve to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Cincinnati wasn't one of the best teams, and they made it. When OU played LSU, they were not one of the 4 best teams in the country.
No, they weren't. Even when they went and played Alabama.
Even when they went and played Clemson.
Yeah.
God, this is just sad now.
Well,
they were when they fucking should have beat Georgia.
That 2015 team was pretty good.
That 2015 team was. Definitely.
I think that's where like an expanded playoff does help.
Yeah.
Give it a chance. Like if you're Florida
State.
Plus,
everyone loves a Cinderella story. If someone happens to make it, like you throw Tulane in there. Tulane beats Georgia. Imagine, how fucking crazy that'd be.
Yeah. Too bad they're not keeping Michael Pratt.
Imagine Tulane and Liberty on opposite sides of the playoff and make it to the national championship game. You know how fucking insane that would be?
What are the ratings for that game if that happens?
I would think they'd be through the fucking roof.
Would they?
Probably not. Everyone would be like, this is the dumbest shit.
Well, we're sickos.
I'll watch Maction on Tuesdays, dude. I'll watch whatever.
Fuck yeah, Maction's the best football.
Maction, especially snowy Maction.
Yeah.
That's the best. Anyways, we're way off topic. Louisville wins. They have to at this point with Florida State.
Is this a must-win? It's a must-win for. Is that what you're calling it? A must-win for Louisville?
I mean, it's my lock. Outside of Michigan, Michigan's obvious, but
yeah, I was gonna say Michigan's my lock.
But yeah, if I had to bet any money on any game and I wanted to win at least $1, I'm putting everything on Michigan. But I would think Louisville wins this game with Florida State being on the third string quarterback. But hey, Florida State's got a great pass rush. They've been getting after it. Jared Verse is a beast. Keon Coleman's a difference maker. Trey Benson's been running the ball well. They've proved they can do it. They beat Florida last week. It's not over until the clock hits 0. But I just don't see it
being able to pass down the field. They weren't able to do that against Florida. They couldn't get the downfield passing. So
they couldn't.
But
with their backup, their third string, they're definitely not.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
We've seen weirder things happen.
So just to recap, we're taking Oregon, we're taking Texas, Georgia, Michigan, and Louisville.
Pretty much.
The only favorites. One I'm like on is Georgia.
You said Oregon, right? You're taking Oregon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Washington scored too. They're up 3-0.
Ah.
Good drive. Good drive. They took 7.5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, I know. I kind of just want to keep watching this game.
I really do too. So we'll touch on some Liberty thing or some Liberty. Sorry, I checked on the Liberty New Mexico State score. How about New Mexico State being 10-3?
Yeah.
It's
Diego
crazy,
Pavetta.
man. Yeah, they're fucking.
He's a good quarterback.
They are. He is a good quarterback.
He's just fun to watch. I don't know what it is about him. He's got moxie.
Yeah, him and that Arizona quarterback's fun. Ever since they put him in there, they've been playing good. Which will lead us into the next thing that we're going to talk about. Oregon. Fuck me. Oklahoma is slated to play Arizona in the Alamo Bowl. It's kind of whatever prediction has been. Oklahoma kind of getting fucked. I think Oklahoma should be ahead of Ole Miss. I think it should be ahead of Penn State. I think they should be ahead of Missouri, but don't lose to Kansas and Oklahoma State. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, I know. Like the Penn State kind of makes sense where they're at ahead of Oklahoma just because their two losses are to the
Two of the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
How fun would a Penn State Oklahoma New Year's Six Bowl be, though?
I don't think it'd be very fun.
You don't think so?
Just because unless Andy Kotelnicki is there right now coaching the offense.
I was going to ask you this question. I totally forgot about it. What if Iowa hired Andy Kotelnicki?
Bo Nix just fucking threw the ball right at the ref.
Jesus Christ. Well, Washington going to win.
Refs are on the team. All right.
Refs are on the team. Is this longest yards?
He's pissed. Look.
He said, don't fucking throw the ball at me.
Well, you're supposed to catch it.
Yeah. Dude,
we paid you the big bucks to win this game.
Bro, hit him right in the hands.
So, Andy Kotelnicki I would have preferred like Andy Reid or Sean McVay personally, but whatever. I guess I'll take an experienced Seth Luttrell that might be a difference maker for the offense. I guess.
You're hilarious. But
how do you feel about the hire? You like the hire, the Seth Luttrell?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
He's definitely a football.
Fits. He is a football guy. I mean, we saw the video of him with a fucking just packed his cheek full of fucking.
Yeah, I think if the coach dips, that's a good sign for your football.
100%. If your football coach dips, now if your baseball coach dips, I mean, he's got to have sunflower seeds, not dip in, right? If your basketball coach dips, run. Like that's run.
That's what they're going to be doing. Dips, suicides every day.
Dude, Oregon just took 10 seconds off the clock and went 3 and out. What are they doing?
No, it's third down.
No, they just went 3 and out. It's 4th and 10.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Maybe our predictions were wrong.
Well, no, I was indifferent about this one. I kind of liked Washington just because of their passing attack.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Oregon is the better team. Like, at least they've been playing better. And
hey, but if Washington can sustain drives, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow. That was impressive. I mean, a little excited there. Sorry.
I like the Seth Luttrell hire.
I do too. I think now I see some people like, oh, it's the safe hire, it's the smart hire. I think it's the smart hire because I think it's the right hire. That's why I think it's a smart one.
You already he has a relationship with the players, like the quarterback room. So
he's got a relationship with the recruits that are coming in. Look,
it's not a dumb hire if it's like if you're 4 teams in the country, like if you hire within or if you make a not the splashy hire, it's going to pull off all the time if it's Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and
especially Oklahoma and the offensive coordinator hire. Yeah, every single offensive coordinator OU has hired has gone on to get a job somewhere else since Bob Stoops was there.
Yeah, and they always get the talent. If you're a big college program, if you have the talent, your offense is almost always going to work. Especially if you like administration is a big thing when it comes to college football. In my opinion,
Oklahoma has one of, if not the best administration.
Yeah, it's like Oklahoma, Alabama, and Ohio State. Like those are the 3 best. Maybe
what's best about them is a lot of cohesion with the athletics, like department, the coaches and stuff, is the best part to it.
Yeah.
Washington. Yeah, this is. We might as well have just gone live and just sat here and watched the damn game.
Yeah, I know. Have like a third camera watch like for the game.
Yeah.
We need a tech guy.
We do need a tech guy.
We'll get there.
I'm
someday.
definitely not him. Yeah, fucking I hope. But fuck, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Seth Luttrell hire. I think. Look, you want to maximize Jackson Arnold as much as possible, right? Like that's what you want. You want Jackson Arnold. You want to get the most out of him. You don't want him going into the SEC learning a brand new offense. You know, and they can keep a lot of the things the same in terms of the English to it, right? The verbiage of the offense, the
Like the
wording.
language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I know what
language.
you
They
mean.
can keep a lot of that the same, but just tweak it to fit Latrell.
Well, you
And
don't
look,
even have to really like tweak it so much. Like you can run a lot of the same plays, just slow the tempo down a little bit, like we've talked about.
yeah, but they're gonna have a lot more downfield passing attack, which I think fits Jackson great. He's got a fucking arm, dude.
Which also kind of fits our receivers too, because if you look at guys like Jaden
Nick
Gibson,
Anderson.
yeah,
Yes.
and Farouk, he really likes those downfield matchups too. It's just, he had what was the game? Was it West Virginia where it just wasn't connecting, or
Yeah.
was it Oklahoma State?
All of them, really. I mean, I love Dylan Gabriel, but the biggest knock on him, he doesn't have the arm strength. I mean, you saw time and time again.
Well, just late. It's
Yeah,
like late
yeah.
reactions when he should have thrown the ball
He
like
does
maybe a
kind of
little
wait for
earlier.
that second window.
Yeah.
Even because look, there's window passing kind of in the mid game, right? Like you look for the first window. If the guy's there, you wait till he clears him and gets to the second one. But there's also windows in terms of timing when it's a downfield passing game. Like you want to get rid of it certain like beats in.
Which is something that Jackson Arnold's really good about.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's like you said, the higher, like the first priority is keeping Jackson Arnold happy.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's not going to transfer and go to Mississippi State with Levy, and he wants to stay here, you don't
And
want to.
getting the most development out of him too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if he can spend all offseason instead of learning a new offense, developing within that offense,
Yeah.
that's a big, big thing. That'll do wonders for him. But yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. I also like Joe John being on there because Joe John, you also get with Latrell and Joe John being co-offensive coordinators, you get Art
Big
Briles.
miss by the parents to name him John, like the coach from Blue Mountain State.
Big, big miss there. Big, huge. I mean, it might be the miss of the century. But you get as bad as you get the Briles scheme with Joe John, and you get the Leach scheme with Latrell, and you can marry them and create the perfect offense.
Really? So this will be the best offense we've ever seen.
Yes.
You said it, not me.
I did say it. 100%. I think it'll be no, it won't. But I think it'll be great. I think it'll do wonders because you can take the best parts of each. Like you can use some of the tempo game that Briles had, that Levy would run. And then you can also have the downfield passing attack from Leach. And, Levy ran out of the Briles from a lot of the veer stuff in the run game, kind of across the middle, kind of inverted, like you let it pass and then you pick the zone and go, right? A lot more of a traditional run with the air raid. And the air raid doesn't mean they just throw the ball 100 times. They will run the ball to set up the pass.
Yeah. There's a misconception where we think it's and then Washington scored.
Yep.
There's a misconception that the air raid, like when you hear that, you think like 4 verticals or like Hail Marys.
Yeah.
Like, no.
No, it's not. There's going to be a lot of it's weird. There's going to be a lot of zone passing and zone route concepts. There's going to be a lot of guys running to space.
Yeah.
And getting in space.
Which is what you want.
Which is what you want. That's what NFL offenses like to run.
You need to have a guy that can find space, and losing Drake Stoops is going to be a
big tough one. I think that'll be the biggest hole that we have to fill. This is Drake Stoops kind of hole.
Andrew Anthony.
Well, we have Andrew coming back.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Dude, that receiving core. Now, look, they're going to run probably a lot of like clear out stuff too. So I think you're going to see a lot of Brennan Thompson just running fucking go routes next year. I might see in the bowl game. But like you're going to have Brennan Thompson as that deep threat to keep the safeties back to let the underneath game work.
Oh, I didn't even think about this for the bowl game. Do you think Gabriel plays or does he sit out?
See, I was talking about this with my cousin, and I'm indifferent about it. Now, I love Dylan Gabriel. I'll say that a million times out of a million. I fucking love Dylan Gabriel. I love him a lot more than I thought I was going to when he transferred. I wouldn't hate to see Dylan one more time in the OU uniform, but I also think Dylan may transfer instead of going to the NFL.
One more year.
Well, think about how
6
much
years.
money. Think about how much money he'll be worth, though.
Yeah, that's true. Especially
In
like with
comparison
the
to
quarterback class that's happening this year.
yeah, especially in comparison to like what he'll make in the NFL. He'll make more in college, probably 2-3-fold than he would in the NFL.
Yeah. Okay. You're making sense.
And it doesn't even necessarily have to be Mississippi State. I mean, that probably makes the most sense, but
Yeah.
somewhere like maybe
It's just you want it to be Oklahoma, like the last team that he plays for, just because of like what he's
you
done for.
do, but he's going to set so many records if he comes back next year.
It's like Alabama feels bad, like they hate the fact that when Jalen Hurts was drafted, the draft card said Oklahoma.
Yeah. Now
Like
that one
that's
hurts.
I want to be able to claim that with Dylan Gabriel just because he has been so good.
Yeah. That is the one thing that would suck. But also if he comes back, OU probably doesn't want to pay him what he's going to want. One and two,
They've
you don't want
invested a
Jackson
lot of
Arnold.
time with Jackson Arnold, and so
Yeah,
that's what fans are going to want. They're going to want to see Jackson Arnold
exactly.
lead the SEC. I don't care either way. I
You
just
know,
want to get to a playoff game and win a playoff game. Whichever
yeah.
quarterback is gonna be the best solution for that.
You know what just
Do it.
crossed my mind and what might piss me off, but would make so much sense.
What?
Imagine so look, Oregon's gonna be losing their guy, right? Washington's gonna be losing their guy. Michigan State's gonna need a new quarterback with Jonathan Smith going there. Which these places are gonna come up for KJ Jefferson. They're gonna come up for Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard's probably going to Notre Dame. But they're gonna come up for guys like Cam Ward and all this stuff. You know where I could see Dylan going and having a ton of success?
Where?
Going down to see Joey McGuire in Lubbock, Texas, at Texas Tech.
Really?
I could see him working out there.
I think he would probably shoot for a bigger program. Like I
I
think
would think so too because the money's going to be a big deal for him.
because like you stepped up from UCF, you went to Oklahoma. I know that's because of the offensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
but you've
He was
shown
also
what you
going to
could do.
UCLA anyways.
Yeah.
That's a big time program. So I would it just crossed my mind how
I
fun
could
that might be.
see I could see like a Washington. Well, Washington's not necessarily a step up, but they are like a
I mean,
program
they're a
that is
step
on the up and
down, but
coming.
there'll be a big time program coming off likely a college football playoff berth, possibly a college football
Yeah.
playoff berth, and moving into the Big Ten.
Yeah.
He'd be fantastic in Oregon.
Yeah, I think he would. Troy
I
Franklin,
think
if he
Oregon
stays
would.
another year.
Yeah, I think Oregon would be the best fit for him. Outside of obviously Mississippi State, but
But
even
I
there could
mean,
be SEC jobs. Tennessee could be open.
yeah, Josh
Tennessee could
Heupel.
be a good one. South Carolina is going to need a quarterback. Clemson may need a quarterback, depending on what they do with Cade Klubnik.
Yeah,
North Carolina. Oh wait, they just got Max Johnson.
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
So A&M.
Imagine LSU.
Yeah, LSU may need a quarterback.
Yeah,
They've always got stud wide receivers.
Auburn may need a quarterback.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we'll
We'll
see
see.
what happens.
Penn
But
State may even need a quarterback if they don't want to hold on to Drew Aller if he's not going
yeah,
to fit any. Now, I don't think Dylan fits any Nicky's offense, but it's a possibility.
no, I think he does. I
I
think
don't
what you
think
get out of his run game and what you get out of his now experience, I think
I
he
just
can
don't
learn
know
that offense
he's
pretty quick.
explosive enough as a runner to fit Nicky. But I think Nicky could slow it down a little bit for him.
I think we're discrediting his legs a little bit too much.
We are.
I mean, I think you
He did
are.
have
I'm
a big
sorry.
gainer. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. It is me. He'd be fun at Penn State, man.
yeah,
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind. I'm a Penn State guy as well, so I wouldn't mind little DG in Penn State, little
yeah,
Happy Valley DG.
yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you in terms of like the Seth Luttrell hire is good for the recruits that Oklahoma has now.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jeff Levy, he's trying to get set up at Mississippi State. It's a tough job, so I hope he succeeds and does well.
I do too. That is a
Um,
very tough job.
Mike Elko going to Texas A&M, Arkansas bringing back Bobby Petrino, everything we talked about in the last episode.
Bobby
But
Petrino.
yes,
It's so fun to think about, dude.
yeah.
So fun to think about. Mike Elko at Texas A&M, all that stuff. Did
Does
you say
Hugh
that?
Freeze is Hugh Freeze going to stay at Auburn?
I would think so. At least
Well,
another
they
year.
he needs to have a situation where he coaches from a hospital a bit again.
Yeah. I
I
think
want to
that's
see
his
some more.
biggest strength.
Yeah, I want to see some more. Some more.
He
Of
should
that.
go to Iowa and just coach from the Children's Hospital, dude.
Who just got hired to Indiana? Oh, James Madison's coach.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt just got hired on to Indiana.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Iowa's going to need to make a big time hire.
What do you
Like,
think about Jonathan Smith in Michigan State?
he's got a lot to fix. That administration is a problem.
Yeah.
So he does have a lot to fix. DJ's transferring again.
Yeah.
Oh no, Bo Nix. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
That's not what you want to do. They go for it, right? It's 4th and 1.
No. Not in their own territory that deep when their offense hadn't been able to get a first down yet.
Man, this is a disaster scenario. Everybody thought Oregon was going to win.
Yeah. Including you. I was right. I knew Washington was gonna win this game.
Yeah, no, sorry for doubting you.
Yeah, dude.
Also, there's a lot of guys in the portal now. Oh, Sean Lewis just got the job at San
San
Diego
Diego
State.
State, dude. I think
Yeah,
that's great for him.
yeah, no, I
I think
think it
that's
is.
great.
I like how he basically succeeded.
Upward, or he failed upwards.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. He got demoted at Colorado, which wasn't like a. I like Deion Sanders a lot. I like Coach Prime, but that's not a move I can get behind. Like demoting Sean Lewis
No,
because he's a hell of a coach.
yes, and it was working. Their offense was like top 10 in the country. They were
Yeah,
putting points up on fucking everybody.
yeah.
Now, granted, it was TCU and USC, and but
He should be able to get some pretty underrated recruits there.
yeah. Hey, so we're looking back at this. Sorry, I'm running back to the Oregon Washington game. You know what failed Oregon in the Oregon Washington game from earlier this season, and
What?
what I have been anti in my entire life? The fucking sprint out passes, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's what just failed them that third down. I don't know why they run that so often. Like, why are you shut off half the field
you saw
to run all your
Dallas
routes in
doing
the
that a
same
lot.
place?
Yes, last
Yeah,
night
yeah,
Dallas was doing that like on their 4th down, like
yeah.
the sprint out. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not going to work against an experienced,
No,
good team.
no. Because when you're playing a good defense, or at least an experienced or smart defense, like you said, like they can pick up and read that stuff well, and they know they stick with their
It
matchup. They don't
eliminates
let the
half the
movement
field.
break it down. Yes, it eliminates half the field. You also run all 2 or 3 of your receivers into the same exact zone. So then, if you're trying to force a pass, you have to force it perfectly up over somebody. You have to
Yeah,
drop it in the bucket, and you're gonna have people converging right on your receiver to just kill them.
yeah.
I hate the sprint out unless you're on the wide side of the field and you're on the tight side and you're sprinting out to the wide side of the field and you have crossing routes and those sit downs and you just need a couple yards. Still, you might as well go traditional
It's weird.
pass.
It depends on what if you're right-handed or left-handed, like which way you sprint out. If you're on the wide side of the field and you sprint out one way, it's going to be hard to get
Well, yeah,
that
but I'm saying
launch
the wide
jumper.
side compared to that. Like if you're
Yeah,
left, like if you sprinted out from this side going this way or right going this way. So
yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
which Washington just ran it and almost got a first down. I was gonna give it to him.
Yeah, he's going to give him the first down. He caught. I mean, I think that
I mean, he
showed
caught it.
progress.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. It depends on where his feet land. They might just give it to
Yeah.
him.
He caught it for a first down, but he
Yep.
didn't land until he was 2 yards past. Anyways, yes, the portal is opening up. The portal is about to be lit on fire on Monday, and it's already cooking, bro. It's crazy.
College football's
Um,
become a business.
it is a bit. Well, it's always been a business, but now it's a business
Well, I
for the
mean,
players too.
yeah, that's
It's
what
free
I.
agency at this point. And you know what? I don't know how I feel about it. How do you feel about the whole college football free agency at this point, man?
I mean, I understand. Like, it's the inevitable. I mean, it's gonna happen. When players complain about not being able to get paid, which I understand.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
it's
certainly
gonna
understand.
be regulated because there's a lot of player development left to be out there. Like, if you're on a team, you know, look at like Oklahoma for instance, like a team that always develops their players or has done very well at developing players.
Hmm.
If you're a highly touted recruit and you come into the program and you decided like Quinn Ewers with Ohio State, he
Hmm.
went in, he skipped like his senior year of high school to go to Ohio State, and he didn't stay. He went to
Yeah.
Texas. And he had a couple of years there, which was a good move for him. it was a good move, but that's not always the case. It's not going to be the case every single time where a player recruits because they think that they're worth the money for it, but then they don't develop, like they don't maximize their potential.
Yeah.
So, and plus, like, it's just the transfer portal is just too chaotic, and NIL isn't heavily regulated yet. I like what
I
you said at
think
the
it's going to
beginning.
come. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, I like what you said about maybe like signing a contract. Like, hey, you got to be here for a couple of years if you
Yeah,
want this
that's
guarantee.
exactly what I was going to go back to. Is like, look, we'll break it down for you, but you got to stay here 2 or 3 years, or it's going to turn into that. That's the only way to regulate it at this point.
Yeah.
And it's which sucks, but it also makes perfect sense. You know what I mean?
How do you think it sucks? Like, you think it sucks from like a
I
what
think
perspective?
I think it sucks because that's how far out it went and how
Yeah.
quickly it got there. Because in a perfect world, what you wanted this to be was college football just like it was, which we knew was never going to happen. College football just like it was, and the players just allowed to sign deals or do use name, image, and likeness, or do contract or like not contract, but like autograph events. Do a podcast. Like,
Manziel.
yeah, exactly. Or like like you see with Danny and Jaron now.
Yeah.
And like that's in a dream scenario, that's what you wanted. You wanted college football to keep its
It's
amateurism.
recipe, like the way that it
Yeah.
was without the NCAA.
With it, yeah, NCAA is just dog shit. But I think the contracts is where it goes. So it just turns into a de facto, you know, pro am
Exactly.
at this point. And I mean, but hey, as long as the product's fun, as long as Oklahoma keeps winning,
That's all you can ask for.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch it regardless, right? No matter what, I'm still gonna watch it. I don't think it's ever gonna get to a point, at least in our lifetime, that I'm like, I can't watch this. I'm also not one of those people that is like, you know what, fuck this, I give up now. Like, I'm still gonna watch. So
He's been under Dabo Sweeney, who's not a big fan of the transfer portal and NIL. He's going to have to get behind that. He's going to have to utilize the portal, which he did a very good job of last
he
year.
did, but you know who really helped to set that up and get that going?
Levy.
Yeah.
That's
So
what, and that's what we said, on the last episode. Like, that's going to be a big loss, but it's Oklahoma. They'll be fine.
oh, they'll be completely fine. Not, I mean, yes, Jeff Levy helped get it going, but you know who signed that shit and put that shit into motion? Joe Castiglione,
Yeah.
President Harrows, like all those guys, like they know what they're doing. If I have faith in anybody around this program, yes, it's Brent Venables, but it's Joe Castiglione.
Yeah.
No matter what. I have so much faith in that man.
Been blessed.
I have been very blessed.
So, but is there anything else you want to talk about for college football?
I mean, OU had a few portal losses so far. Nothing too in depth. Talby Walker,
That's a
Jason
big loss.
Llewellyn. Talby is a big loss, but I think the writing's kind of on the wall. I don't think he was going to get put on scholarship, which he deserves to be put on scholarship. So I think that's a big thing. Also, I've heard reports that him and DeMarco butted heads a lot. He was suspended for the UCF game, and it just something that their relationship kind of soured. TJ Graham, obviously, we didn't get to see really much of DJ Graham. Obviously, we have the pick from Nebraska. Converted to wide receiver. There wasn't a whole lot that was made of it. I think he was injured for most of last season.
Yeah.
Or most of this past season, so didn't really get to play. Kind of hoped, because I heard that he had been explosive and like really, really great, really, really great fit. But we also have a loaded wide receiver room with a lot more guys coming. So it's another thing, kind of like Talby, where it's a loaded room with more coming.
It's gonna
The
create a
writing's
lot
kind
of
of on the wall.
controversy too, because like if he shows out, then he gets the start, and then you got other guys that are there that
Mm-hmm.
have committed to BV that are like, hey, what about what I did last year?
Yeah. Yeah. And
I don't
so
know if
that's
that's
that's the
exactly how
thing.
it works, but that's how I think about it in my head. Like Nick Anderson, like what if
Yeah.
DJ Graham gets more,
Because you're
reps and
not
more
taking Angelo
starts?
Anthony off the field.
Yeah.
You're probably not taking Nick Anderson off the field.
You're probably not
So
taking Jalil Farouk off the field either.
yeah, so where is he going to fit in? Is he going to take Jaden Gibson's role? Which Jaden Gibson was huge towards the end of the season.
Exactly.
I mean, who's he take Gavin Freeman's role? Okay, so what is he going to do? Run jet sweeps once every few drives? Like, There's just not a whole lot of space
Put him
for
back
him
on
right
defense.
now. I don't think he wants that. I don't think we want that. He wasn't necessarily the most man-on-man corner.
No,
Wasn't
not
necessarily a
really.
lockdown. He wasn't great tackling either. I do think he would have been great at receiver. I think it would have been fun, but I think it's just natural. It's just time to let him kind of go explore things. But I do agree. Tawi was a big loss. I hate losing Tawi, but another one of those things. He wasn't going to get on scholarship. He can go somewhere and make money. You know what I mean? And put a lot of tape out there to potentially get himself into the NFL. And that's going to be another one, kind of like DG. If he goes somewhere else, it's going to really hurt if they get drafted and it's says someone else's name there.
Yeah.
But hey, by the way, I was thinking about it with Tawi leaving, with Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards going to the NFL. Tawi would fit naturally perfectly
Yeah, in
in
Michigan.
Michigan. He would be a
Oh,
stud at Michigan, dude.
yeah. Because I mean, he's the like break tackles, like contact kind of running back.
Yes, between the tackles,
He's a sicko.
just
He
yes.
loves.
Also, did you
He
see
loves.
Braylon Allen
Nuh-uh. Is
declared to
he
the NFL?
Braylon Allen?
Yeah, out of
I kind of saw that coming.
Wisconsin. He declared to the NFL. Look, he has 3,000-yard rushing seasons. He's 19.
Yeah.
He's the next Jonathan Taylor, like low key, bro.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, obviously he went to Wisconsin, like it's natural to say that, but when I watch him run, he looks a lot like JT.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun. Which we didn't get into that. So that's all I really have for college football. I know that was a little bit more extra than we probably planned on, but it's the time of year, man, where everything's kind of open smoke and it's fun.
Yeah.
I love this time of year. As much as it sucks, the season's ending. It's super fun.
Well, we
So
got NFL. We have
do
the NFL that we can watch. So
have the NFL.
Thursday night, the Cowboys and the Seahawks.
Yes.
Dak is back.
Oh shit. Big play from that's Oregon's first down, man. Crazy.
Good job, Oregon. Now you just got to do that 20 more times this game
Fuck on
if you want to win. Dude, Washington's defense is kind of nasty.
That's not I said, man. They're opportunistic, dude. They're playing well.
Oh,
Oregon's
missed
doing
tackles.
so much shit. Right? Yeah, they're not tackling well. Oregon's doing so much shit right at the line of scrimmage, bro. Stop.
Yeah.
But yes, I didn't really get to watch the game last night. I was at the Thunder game, but I did kind of keep up with the score and everything. Looked like a really entertaining game between Dallas and Seattle.
It's very entertaining. I mean, I
You
thought it
see,
was a good.
you see DK do the signed stand on business.
Yeah. And the game before that, he said that one of the players that he was covered by, I think it was the game before that, he said, "That's my son."
Yeah,
Or he said, like, "I own him."
yeah,
Yeah, Gino played well,
yeah.
other than the interception. I think that was kind of like the interception to Deron Bland was inevitable.
Yeah,
The
he was
NFL
getting
wanted it.
cooked in the first half, though.
He was. So Deron Bland did not have a good game. He needed that interception to help him out.
Is he like Trayvon Diggs, where he's not great in coverage, but he just makes a play every now and then?
I think they have the same play style. Like
Yeah,
they bite. They're aggressive.
they're
That's what it is.
they're very
Which
aggressive,
is kind of what you want, though. You want an aggressive corner.
especially if you have good safeties. I think
Well,
you can
especially if you
live
just
with
have like a
aggressive
good
corner.
defense. Like the Dallas has a good defense, and they were getting bullied up front a little bit, but then at the end of the game, they kind of got it together. But yeah, Dak is playing awesome. CD Lamb's playing awesome.
Yeah, you see Trey
DK Met.
Brown on that last drive, getting in front of CD on the throw that Dak had, and
Yeah,
then CD fell and he went and picked him up. Oh, it made me happy.
DK Metcalf had a good game too. But
DK,
Dallas, like slowly, they're looking good. I mean, I think this is the first like pretty decent team they've beaten.
yeah, this is the first team over 500 they've beaten.
Was it?
Yeah, or 500. Yeah, over 500.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
beaten teams that were 500, but this is the first team that's over, I believe.
Yeah. So
Which,
now
hey, thank you, Mike McCarthy, is helping Green Bay out, man.
is that what it
I'm
is?
still on to the
He's still a
playoffs, dude.
Packer. He's
He
still a
is still a
Packer. Huh?
Packer at heart. He is still a Packer at heart.
Well, now the Cowboys have the Eagles at home. That's gonna be a Sunday night game.
Yes, it'll be a fun one. It'll be a
That'll
fun Sunday night game.
be December 10th. So it'll be next Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. I'll just go in order based on how I see them. Chargers, Patriots. Patriots are tanking. I think they want a quarterback. I think they're done with Mac Jones. Are we at the point? I kind of feel bad for Mac Jones. Like, he looks very sad at the podium.
He looks very just defeated.
I don't know how to feel because Mac Jones, I mean, probably made a lot of money. He won a national championship. Does he have a hot girlfriend?
Finals? I don't know.
If he has a hot girlfriend, I'll probably feel less bad for him. But it's like he's sitting there and he's watching like his dream come true unfold. You know, like he was pretty decent as rookie. He made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
So he was decent, and now Belichick. I don't know if he's looking for another coaching job or what's going on. A lot of discourse going on with that team. But yeah, it's Zappy hour. Zappy's not that great. No. If you're gonna tank, you might as well just stick with the
remember that one that stretch run of 2 weeks where everyone was like, "Holy shit, Bailey Zappi's the guy." It all started with they almost came back and beat the Packers last year, and then
guess what team ruined that? Chicago.
Was it the Bears?
No, because they were driving, they were coming back. It was 14. They were down 14. Zappy started coming back and then shut that shit down real quick. That was the famous Jaquan Brisker getting kicked in the nuts on an interception.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Mac Jones, is he a dirty player?
Is he? Is he the Doug McDermott of the NFL?
I don't know. I'm starting to kind of feel bad for Mac Jones a little bit, but I mean, I don't know what the Patriots
are trying to do. It's tough, but I think he'll be like a career backup.
Yeah.
He'll still be on an NFL roster.
Yeah.
He'll be he'll have his
There's nothing wrong with being a backup.
There's nothing wrong with it. That's got to be the best job in the world, dude. Yeah, you get paid millions of dollars to practice. You don't have to worry about getting hit. You just watch film.
Unless the starting quarterback gets hurt, but
yeah, but then you go out there and no one's expecting anything of you.
On the other,
everyone's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, the second coming
of
Nick Foles, Big Dick Nick. On the flip side, the Chargers. The Chargers again are favored in this game. Yeah. 5.5. When is the NFL going to learn their lesson? When is Vegas going to learn?
I think the Chargers probably cover.
That's how bad the Patriots at this point.
Yeah.
What does a win do for them? They just move back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing.
Like if they win, because right now they're 2-9, they go 3-9 if they win, and that means the Giants probably get ahead of them at that point. Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe they still stay in front. Maybe a win helps. Just like the morale of the team. But if they win any more than that, then it doesn't.
Yeah, but also did you see the Saquon Barkley Jabril Peppers thing?
You lucky we ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least he was honest.
Fair. That team doesn't give a fuck anymore. They're fighting for themselves. They're fighting for contracts for themselves. They're not
lucky we ass.
They're not fighting for the team. In my opinion.
Do you actually think he meant the team was ass?
I think so.
How else can we spin zone? How else can we spin that quote? What do you think he meant other than the team is ass?
Maybe they were playing they were doing a gunfight against each other in Call of Duty the night before.
Oh yeah.
Or they were playing duos against each other in Fortnite. Yeah, and they were just shitting on each other. Okay. That could have been it.
That makes more sense. Oh, they're gonna go for it's third and. Was there a flag? I thought that was 3rd and 8.
No.
3rd and 4.
4th and 4.
Oh. Yeah, Washington's defense low-key kind of nasty.
Yeah.
And somebody's hurt.
Yeah.
Is that Franklin? That's Troy Franklin.
Yep. Damn. All right.
I think this might be a get-right game for the Chargers. I don't know.
Oh, 100%. But, again, just like the Patriots, does a win for the Chargers do much for them?
Well, you kind of have to win because this is a situation you have the quarterback. You paid him the bag. Yeah. What are they tanking for? They've got what do they need other than a head coach and maybe sell the team?
Sell the team. No, they definitely need a new coach. That's for damn sure.
Their offensive line, I mean, they're okay. They're better than what Rivers had.
Yeah.
They're
That's
taking
not saying much, but yeah. I
Rivers'
don't know.
offensive lines were pretty bad.
Yeah.
I always go back to the Packers game that was played, the Chargers and Packers, where Justin Herbert was so mad that they had to call a timeout or it would have been a delayed game.
And he fucking
spiked the ball.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I keep thinking about that. I'm like, the Chargers are really doing this again to another franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
It's Rivers-esque.
It is. And they did it to Breeze.
Yeah.
Breeze, Rivers, and
now
Herbert. Maybe you're right. Maybe they are just doomed. Maybe they're cursed.
I don't know what they need to do to end the curse, but I do feel bad for Chargers fans.
I certainly think Brandon Staley has to go.
You just need to hire a football guy. Like, if he looks like a football guy, hire.
Okay. If you need to hire, you need to have open interviews. And the first guy that walks in there with a lip pack full of dip, that's him.
Yeah.
The Seth Luttrell. Yes, that's who they need. They need a Seth Luttrell type guy.
A horseshoe, just like one on both sides.
Yes.
If he's like a closeted meathead, like one of those like a Brian Daboll, just like big and round.
Me.
That's who if I was interviewing for a head coach and a guy looked like Dan Campbell or Brian Daboll, he's hired on the spot. He wouldn't even have to be interviewed. I'd look at him and be like, yeah, this guy can coach a team.
Even if he doesn't know jack shit about football, if you walk into a football head coaching interview
impossible.
and you look like Dan Campbell,
that's almost impossible. If you look like Dan Campbell, I feel like you have to know football.
If you look like Dan Campbell, you are football.
Yeah, he is the Lions.
He is the NFL.
That's why the rumors about him going to Texas A&M just weren't true. It's Motor City Dan.
Yeah, it's MCDC, dude. Also, why the fuck would he give up that to go to Texas A&M?
Yeah,
unless they're paying him $100 million a year,
like a Lincoln Riley contract.
Yeah, not even like a year, not over 10 years, a year. Like it.
Well, since we're talking
about
the
NFL is such being a head coach in the NFL is so much better than coaching college football.
Oh, I mean, it's a bigger honor.
It's a bigger honor, but it's such there's so much less stress. You have to worry about recruiting your own team on top of 3 recruiting classes. And
that's where, I don't know, like, what if you don't want to draft a certain guy and the owner or the GM, they say, you know what, I like that guy, we're going to take him. Now you got to coach a player that
you do what the Browns did. You sent him out there like they tried to kill Baker.
I don't know. I'll never forgive the Browns for that.
Yeah, no, I hope the Browns are doomed forever.
They got Joe Flacco, so we'll see.
He's
starting. Well, since we were talking about the Lions, we'll just go ahead and talk about that game. Lions at Saints. Lions are favored in this game, and I think I think I like them to cover, to be honest.
I do too. I was looking at that when you were bringing it. I do too. Goff
has had the yips.
He has had the yips, but look, they lost last week to Green Bay in a game everyone thought they were going to win. Not only did they lose, and we talked about it in the last podcast, they lost by 7. The game was not that close.
No, it wasn't. I'll say something nice about the Lions going into this.
This is stereotypical get-right game for them. Their offense is still very potent. Their defense can make plays when necessary. Aiden Hutchinson's still one of the best pass rushers in the league when he's on. He's been kind of inconsistent, but he still forces a lot of pressure, even if he doesn't get home. I think the Lions cover, but I think they probably win by double digits. Is that nice enough about the Lions?
Yeah. Also, another thing about the Lions, the Barry Sanders documentary is out. I kind of want to watch it.
I need to watch that.
Yeah. So I think that's something I'm gonna do maybe when we get done. So after the Washington game, I'll probably watch it.
That'd be a good idea. I might play some more Spider-Man. But
is it on Netflix? The documentary?
No, it's on. Let me see.
I mean, I have just about everything. It's breaking my bank account.
It's on Amazon.
I've got that, so.
Yeah, the Bye Bye Barry. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so the documentary's out. Maybe they get inspired.
Maybe they need one for Calvin Johnson, too, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, their career paths have kind of been the same.
Yeah, dude. I remember that was all the talk whenever Megatron retired.
It's like, yeah, guess who did the same thing? Barry Sanders.
I saw clips of Barry Sanders coming across Instagram today, and I was like, God damn.
he was so good.
So good.
He was so good.
And those 16-inch tall fucking shoulder pads, dude, was insane.
I don't know how he moved the way he did and like not tear his ACL.
Remember when Barry Sanders Jr. went to Oklahoma State and everyone was like, holy shit, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then he went to Stanford and then quit football and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. You were hoping. He just didn't have that.
You think we'll ever get a Baker Mayfield Jr.?
I'm hoping for a Creed Humphrey Jr.
I want a Creed Humphrey 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All right. We need them for eternity.
Listen, just have sex, Creed. And then
wide open.
There's discourse within the Saints right now.
There is.
Did you see the Alvin Kamara press conference?
Yep.
So what do you think? Do you think that they are explosive enough on offense and they're not being utilized because of the coach? Or do you agree with the coach and the fact that, like, give me your thoughts. Do you think they're a quarterback away or are they a coach away?
Both.
All right, so we've given up on Dennis Allen as a head coach.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. That's the tough thing. They certainly need a quarterback.
Maybe like an offensive coordinator.
Maybe just someone to call the plays. Maybe someone a little bit different to call Lincoln Riley. No, but they certainly need someone else running ship for offense, but they need a new quarterback. Derek Carr, we know what Derek Carr is.
He hasn't been bad.
He hasn't, but he's not a difference maker.
Not anymore. Do you think it's just like he's getting older and? Well, he was the difference maker when the Raiders were in the playoffs, and when he broke his leg.
Yeah,
that team had no chance.
Yeah, that is true. That
team had no chance after he broke his leg. He went down, and there was like, yeah.
I don't know, man. I certainly think. I don't think you can win with Derek Carr anymore.
No.
But also, I don't think their offense has put them in a whole lot of good enough spots to win anyways.
Yeah.
Look, when you have Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave and still Michael Thomas.
Rashid Shaheed.
They should be able to put points up on people.
Yeah.
And Jamal Williams. They should be able to score on people. I think Jamal's been hurt. But, oh, what a dot, dude. Did you see that fucking throw? Oh, my God.
He throws such a pretty football.
Oh, my God. Especially for a lefty, too.
The lefties they're coming up, man. Dylan Gabriel. Tua's had some pretty balls.
I don't know if you noticed, Dylan puts a lot more of his body into it than Penix does.
Yeah, he doesn't have the arm strength that Penix does.
Yeah. No, but I think this is is this year 2 for their coach in New Orleans?
Year 3.
Year 3? Yeah, I'm giving up on him if it's year 3. I was gonna say if it's year 2 or year 1, you give him another year or so, but I think that experiment's done. And especially I think if you go get a young quarterback, I think you have to bring in a young play caller or a good play caller with him. Hey, I could see it.
Yeah, Michael Penix.
Already throws the ball well in the gold helmet, might as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything else on this game.
I don't either. Like we said, the Lions should cover. I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
We'll see. Cardinals Steelers. So when Matt Canada got fired, Steelers offense came alive.
It did.
Kenny Pickett unlocked. It was unleashed. Last week was
his first day out.
The
Steelers are still negative in point differential.
Yeah.
7-4.
Well, I mean, now that could be different.
Oh yeah.
It's touchdown.
No way.
Close.
Oh God.
Who was that? I had Polk or McMillan.
McMillan. That's 11.
Man. This is what I feared for Oregon.
Fucking 7 got blown up, by the way, but still gave Penix just enough time. He takes a shot from the safety. He was along for a ride, dog. Oh my God.
What a route, man. Yeah, that's McMillan.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what I feared for Oregon was the passing attack, was Michael Penix and the receivers.
I love Michael Penix's bow and arrow celebration, man. It's badass.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, little.
Touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah, Oregon, they don't stand a chance, man. I
No.
don't know. I'm not gonna say that yet.
Hey, we saw. Remember? Oh, was it the Alma Bowl? Who was it? Yeah, it was the Alma Bowl. Remember Oregon TCU 5-6 years ago with
Yeah,
Kenny
okay.
Trill
Yeah.
down 31-0 at
Kenny
halftime,
Trill. I
dude.
forgot about Kenny Hill.
Oh my God, man.
Dude, the Ducks
Oh,
can't catch a
that game
break.
doesn't get enough touch. That game doesn't get enough talk, man.
But yeah, Cardinal Steelers. So I don't know what a win does for the Cardinals.
The
Morale.
same thing it would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they need at this point. Look,
This could be an easy over, honestly.
what's the over under?
41
41 and
and
a
a half.
half. Not bad.
Yeah, I might take that. I
Bad.
think that
I might take that too. You like that bet? I'll take that bet. You see that meme?
I'll match.
Oh man. No, this is look, teams like honestly, teams like the Bears, the Cardinals, the Bears, the Panthers, you don't need to win games, but you need to mentally win games. You need
Yeah.
morale wins. As bad as it is to say, there shouldn't be any moral victories in professional sports. Like you either win or you lose, but you need to try to keep the locker room together, and you just need a few moral wins.
It would help having a rookie head coach, to get a win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Steelers are
You think
much better
Jonathan
than the
Gannon's the guy?
Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah.
Pew pew. What do you think?
All right. Who all?
He's just such a
who all
weird guy, but
drove here today?
yeah, dude, I don't know. He's so weird. He's got to be the guy that you at least want to like drink a beer with.
I wouldn't even say at least want to drink him. At least want to talk to, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll let you in. We're at the fucking Thunder game last night. All right, this is completely breaking the fucking podcast. And we're sitting there, and it's me and my friend Benny, because our other two friends went to get food, right? And this fucking old guy came and sat like next to us in the seats, and he's sitting there. Don't make me laugh. He's sitting there, and he just goes.
He just likes looking at you.
The court is this way, dog, and he's looking this way, just staring at us. And like making weird, like, and he was like smiling too. He's like, "That's Jonathan Gannon."
He's like, I've never seen such finely tuned athletes out there on the court.
Oh, Jesus, man.
You think that guy had some racist thoughts in his head?
Had to have. He'd be like, "Look at all those."
DG was at the game, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was throwing balls into the stands.
Yeah.
DG was
Nice.
Eichard's there. Eichard's got courtside seats. I always see him posting on Instagram. I love Gabe Eichard, man. It's a fun dude.
So Steelers, it's so crazy if you look at like when Matt Canada was the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. Like before he was there, if you look at the statistical yardage and points they put up, and the 2 years that he was there, the statistical yardage and points, and then you look at the yards last week after he's gone, like an OC could be that bad.
Yeah. Insane.
But they still
Warren's got to touch the ball so much more, though, right?
Yeah. Well, he's got to be the main carrier for sure. He's a little bit more explosive, but then hand the ball off to Najee at the goal line. He's bigger.
Yeah.
So
but Najee just hurdle over the fucking the lineman.
He just loves to hurdle.
He does, dude. You think he likes putting his balls on the line? Maybe that's what it is.
That was a good one.
Yeah. But no, I think the Steelers should win. Again, the Cardinals, I think they just need to play well. They really need to see what they have in that offense and what they have in Jonathan Gannon. But spread 6.5. I don't know that the Steelers cover because of how, but this could be the reckoning.
Did we get another lousy? Did you see the play last week of Deontay Johnson like not even trying on one because he like dropped a ball?
Yeah, pouting like a fucking pre-K.
Maybe that was because he was mad at Mike Tomlin for not inviting him to Thanksgiving, but he invited George Pickens.
Maybe. Well, you got to invite George Pickens. Bro's just going to stand there at the fucking dinner table like with the shiesty on, just waiting for the fucking potatoes to be ready, staring at the oven.
That's such a good draft photo.
It's my favorite, dude. It's so funny. Watching yourself get fucking drafted.
Oh, man. What's the next game?
Colts Titans.
Yeah, Colts Titans. Shane Steichen, he's up there for Coach of the Year in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Dude, he's
You could
doing.
argue they might be 8 or 9 win team right now if Anthony Richardson's healthy.
Yeah,
They're playing that good of football.
it is Tractorcito season for Derrick Henry.
Yes.
It is Tractorcito season. This is where
Yes.
Derrick Henry's unlocked. Weird stat, but damn it, I knew I had the stat and I forgot to write it down, but it had to do with Derrick Henry against the Colts. It's kind of like the same thing that we say with Derrick Henry against like every team in that division, but
Yeah.
he does well against the Colts.
Yeah.
I had the stat and I didn't write it down, and I'm sorry. We need a better stat guy.
We do. I will say this. Do you think Derrick Henry's a Titan next year?
You want him to be a Packer, don't you?
I'm not paying him that much money. I mean, I would love Derrick Henry. I
What if
just know they're not
he
going to
was
pay
just
him that
asking
much
like,
money.
what if he was like, I want
The
to go to
vet
Green Bay for,
minimum?
yeah,
$700,000.
yeah.
Okay, yes. Sign him to a 10-year contract, $700,000 a year.
Yeah, you can do just fine. Just move into like a 1-story, 3-bedroom house. Just invest all your money and then maybe win a Super Bowl with the Packers, which would
Yeah, you're
kill
in
me.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. You can move into a mansion for $700,000 a year. Okay.
Yeah. You get that a paycheck? Shit.
Yeah, fuck, I know. Have you seen what's his name?
Well, that wouldn't be a
Was it
paycheck.
yeah, I know. But DeForest Buckner or whatever, how he posts like his paychecks, shows how much of it goes to taxes and everything.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine
That's the
being
one
his
thing.
accountant.
That's the one side that we don't see is like we see
The true
these
financial side of it.
like unless you're like a quarterback. If you're a quarterback, you're fine with all that. Like if you get paid 270 million or like Lamar like
Yeah.
270 million, you're gonna have a lot of it in taxes, but you still got plenty of money. What?
Bucky Irving just got tackled by his own right guard's ass or left guard's ass.
Oh, do we have a butt fumble?
Not a fumble. We got an
Just
ass
an
tackle
ass hit.
though. Remember the
That's my-
butt punt from last year? Oh man. Anyways,
Oh my god.
you think the Colts win this game? You'd have to think so, right?
Yeah, I would think so. It just depends. I mean, right now they're it's kind of a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Titans at
Jonathan
home.
Taylor's been running the ball well though.
Yeah, no, he's come alive.
He's kind of come
Teams-
back to his form.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think like I said, Derrick Henry has historically done really well against the Colts, but then again, he kills everyone in that division. I just don't think that they have enough going on offense.
Yeah,
Not
Will
that they
Levis is
have to
still a
score
rookie.
with the Colts like crazy, but they're just going to have so many miscues, like you said, with him being a rookie, that I just don't know that they can overcome it.
Washington, man.
Playing their ass off, dude.
Yeah. Next game, Broncos Titans. I think.
Oh, I didn't even see this one on the dock. This would be a fun game, dude.
Yeah, this is a really fun game. The Broncos have come alive. They're 6-5. They started off 1-4 with their only win being the Chicago Bears, unfortunately. At that span.
Jumpstart their winning.
Yeah, so I'd like to thank the Bears for, or I'm sure the Broncos would like to thank the Bears for helping them get on this path.
Well, the Packers sparked the streak, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn, your team sucks.
Sorry, we might make the playoffs, and you might pick first overall. So
I have theories on that. Since Chicago's on a bye week, I can talk about that a little bit more. But the Broncos, so this is going to be a fantastic game, in my opinion.
I think it's going to be amazing. I didn't even see this on there. This might be like my go-to game with Red Zone in the background.
Well, this is going to be a spot in the playoff for sure.
Yeah, this is a wild card spot right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the Broncos aren't winning the division. They have to make it to the wild card.
Yeah, because KC right now they're winning the division, so they're probably going to get the bye. I mean, it's either them or the Ravens that are going to get the bye.
Yeah,
but the Broncos are playing much better. Like they are a good team.
They are,
and so are the Texans. Texans are a really good team, and CJ Stroud, he's probably rookie of the year, maybe.
I would have to think so. Offensive, yeah, for sure.
If not rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. But I think it's kind of a lock now with the way he's playing. If he continues to play this well, he's rookie of the year. I don't see how you can go with anybody else. But
no,
man, Houston being at home and they're favored,
Defensive rookie of the year might be Devon Witherspoon, right?
Yeah, either Witherspoon or I can't think of anybody else.
Will Anderson's playing his ass off.
Yeah, but
I
he's
don't
not
know if
putting up the
he's
same
not.
production.
No, he's not.
Like we're talking a lot more about Witherspoon than we are Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson's quietly getting better.
Yeah.
He'll
No, for
be
sure.
he'll be there. Like he'll be in that at that point where he's an
Speaking of,
unguardable.
we'll talk about in the Packers game. I have a rookie I want to talk about, but back to the Broncos Texans. Who do you think, if you had to pick a quarterback right now off these two teams to outperform the other, you taking Russell Wilson or CJ Stroud?
Fuck. I mean, if this was at the beginning of the season, Russell Wilson, that's a different story. But he's been doing better. He's not putting up the same stat line as.
But he doesn't have to, man. They're running the hell out of the ball.
Yeah, they're doing a lot better just overall on offense, overall as a team. With the experience, I would think Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Like he's got the experience, but that connection with CJ Stroud and Tank Dell, it's real.
It's been insane, dude. It's been so fun to watch. Oh my god.
Yeah, take like that. That could be the new like Mahomes
Also,
Tyreek
the
Hill.
Texans need to wear the red helmet. I think I said this last time. They need to wear the red helmet every week.
Yeah, those are sexy.
They're
Those
so
are
clean.
ice cold. They're red hot.
They are red hot. Red hot Texans.
Yeah, the Texans, they had that loss to the Jags for the
Last
division.
week, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're going to be fired up and pumped up.
They are. Damn, we only have. Oh, no, fuck, I'm tripping. ESPN, I forget, takes your favorite to the top. I was like, we only have 2 afternoon games this weekend? Holy shit. Maybe not. Next one we have. Well, who do you think wins, though? We didn't even talk about that. Who do you think wins, Broncos or Texans?
I don't know. Whenever we're doing our picks, we'll talk about it.
Okay. What a fucking throw. Oh, my God.
Dude, yeah, they're dicing Oregon apart.
That was crossbody across the field.
See, this is the thing.
On
When
a-
it came to like for this game, like who did I trust more? Like I had Penix, like I trusted him more, but as an overall team, like Washington is playing way better than they have.
Doomsday's already got 6 catches for 84 yards.
Maybe
in the
they've
first half.
maybe this is a part of the plan. Like, hey, like we can't show Oregon everything we got because we're definitely gonna be playing them again.
Maybe.
I want an investigation on Washington if that's the case.
If we see this Washington team in the playoff, do you think they can beat Georgia?
I think would they be 4 or 3 though? Because if Georgia wins, they're going to be 1.
It'll be Georgia, Michigan, Washington, then whoever.
Yeah.
If it shakes out the way we expect it to. Now, watching Washington, obviously, I thought Oregon was going to win, but right now,
oh my god,
a double
that was
reverse flea
beautiful
flicker.
Play.
Oh,
dude, Oregon has no answers. Okay, but it's about to be halftime, so like
yeah.
Falcons Jets.
I want to be able to watch the second half of this game. More so. Yeah, Falcons Jets. Fuck. Hey, speaking of Jets, Aaron Rodgers' 21-day practice window opened up a couple days ago. 79 days after tearing his Achilles.
So let me ask you this: as someone who has had Aaron Rodgers on your team for a very long time, put yourself in the position of a Jets fan. If you win this game, is it Aaron Rodgers coming back?
I don't know, man, because you saw like when he broke his collarbone and what was it, 15, 16, 17, something like that, and he came back. That was whenever there was that famous remember when Clay Matthews was barking at Cam Newton? He was like, it's the wheel route, it's the wheel route. And he was like, oh, yeah, you've been watching film? And then he fucking hits CMC on the angle. Fucking hurts my soul. But Aaron came back for that game, right? After the collarbone issue, after whatever injury he had. And then he came back a couple years later after the broken collarbone. I don't know. Fucking, I can't think right now. Anyways, I don't think Aaron comes back this year.
Even if they win this game.
If they win this game, they're 5-7.
And 5-7 doesn't look as bad as 4-8.
That is true, but they're 5-7, and in the playoff race, they're currently in 15th place in the NFC or in the AFC. Now they're tied with the Texans and Chargers with the same record. If they're 5-7,
and the Chargers
look, they have to get in. If they're 5-7, they have to get in over the Bills, the Texans, the Broncos, and the Colts. And now look, the Bills, if Aaron's back, and they've already played the Bills twice.
Yeah, so at this point, you're just banking on one of the other teams to fall off if you put Aaron
Yeah,
back out there.
which I would lean towards Indianapolis, but Shane Steichen's been coaching his ass off. You just lean Indianapolis because of the backup quarterback, is my thoughts. But, the Texans are going to make a real run at it. Cleveland and Pittsburgh, I don't, both of them, you might think Cleveland maybe falls off because of just the lack of. I know, yes, they have Joe Flacco back, but if we're being serious here, like the Cleveland probably can't sustain it. So you're banking on probably Cleveland and Indianapolis falling off, but then you still have to have the Bills fall apart.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're tied in record, but the Bills would need to lose a lot more. You know what I mean? And so I just think realistically their season's over. Even if they win this game. Now, if they win the next two, Aaron should come back. If they're 6-7 with the ability to go 10-7, and that's a playoff spot at 10-7, Aaron comes back. But I don't think winning one game does it. I think they have to win two, or maybe get back to 7-7. But hey, you see, Perrin Winfrey is on the Jets now.
Really?
They signed him. Yeah, I saw he was posting pictures. I don't know if he's practice squad or what, but he's with the Jets right now. But he looked clean as shit too. He got a dope ass face mask and the green like chrome visor. But I just don't think it's enough. Look, and I know Aaron.
It's like we talked about though with Jordan Travis. Like a one-legged Jordan Travis is probably better than the third string. It's probably the same thing with
100%. Aaron Rodgers with one arm and no head's better than fucking any other quarterback on that roster. Yeah.
I think we kind of found out like there's a Zach Wilson type of bad, and then there's like an actual bad quarterback. Like it's kind of hilarious.
And then there's the D2 undrafted bad type of quarterback. Yes.
Like Zach Wilson's it's like a fun bad almost. Because like at least he's fun to watch a little bit, like whenever he's
it's funny. Out. Like he trips over himself. Like that shit's funny, right? But yeah, no.
Maybe Zach Wilson just makes a comeback. Maybe they put him back out there and he wins some.
What they need to do is they need to start playing against MILFs, and then They need to have a MILF section at every game by their sidelines.
Donna
He's
Kelsey.
just gonna go off. Yeah, dude.
Dolly Parton.
Yes, Dolly Parton, specifically in the
high school English teacher.
My high school English teacher.
Yeah, he's hot, isn't he?
God, dude, giant wiener.
What's after? So Falcons win.
Yeah. Dolphins and Commanders. I feel like we got a lot of morning games, dude. But Dolphins, Commanders. Dolphins, right? There's not much to say about that one.
Yeah, I don't know how you're feeling if you're a Commanders fan. Like I understand it's a rebuild. Like, do you still want Ron Rivera?
I don't know. I would have felt bad firing Will years ago because the whole cancer thing, but now I'm like, it's time to move on.
Well, you got the quarterback.
No, you certainly do, and I think that's why you move on. I think you have to go get a guy that can truly get the most out of Sam Howell, and I don't think it's Ron Rivera.
Who is it? Yeah, I know. We just have no idea who. Who wants to put themselves out there for a coaching candidate, like head coach.
I think the Commanders have a lot to fix in the front office before they can seriously think about contending for anything.
People are saying Bill Belichick. Not me. I'm just saying that people are saying Bill Belichick.
Well, so I saw a report. It looks like there's going to be the most coaching change we've had in a very long time in the NFL.
Really?
It's what a lot of people are starting to report. And Bill Belichick's one of the guys that a lot of people think is going to move.
Yeah. Could be the Commanders.
Could be.
Now, the Dolphins are, like, I'm starting to like the Dolphins a little bit more each week. Like, their defense is playing better. Like, they're getting healthier. They're winning games with Tua not, like, the offense not playing great, which is kind of what you want. You want to be able for your defense to step up. But, I mean, the Commanders' defense is not very good. So this could be one where Miami covers. Like every game they've played so far, they've just been favored by like 8 or 9 or 13.
I feel like it's just because they can score so much, they don't think too many teams are going to keep up with them.
Well, I think it's just the recency of them beating the Broncos 70-20.
Yeah, yeah,
We could have a touchdown here,
no.
almost. Uh,
Late
I
hit?
do like the
No, he
Dolphins.
was still in bounds. I like the Dolphins too. And it's not even what they're doing. I mean, yeah, they've been playing really well and putting up a lot of points, but I think it's also the Commanders are just bad.
Yeah.
They're they're just not good. Um,
At least I got the quarterback right.
They did get the quarterback right. Sam Howell is definitely their guy, and that's why I really hope they can figure stuff out in the front office. And what the fuck was that, Bo?
He's
Got
hurting
rid
his
of it.
draft stock.
Why is he jumping so much to throw the ball, dude? Like he did it on that.
Is their
with
offensive
Johnson.
line too big?
And he wasn't behind the offensive line,
Oh,
like on that pass to Johnson.
yeah.
Sorry, we need to stop.
Well, the first
Yeah, I
afternoon
mean,
game.
yeah. Panthers, Bucks. Gotta hope the Bucks can cover, right? Not win. The Bucks should win this game, but you gotta hope they can get some forward momentum and cover because they're one game out of the division right now.
Yeah. Well, and then on the Panthers side, Chris Tabor's going to be interim coach.
Yeah.
He got to coach one game for the Bears, in which like he was interim coach and we
No
lost.
team in the NFL is scarier than a team that just fired their coach.
Yeah, especially when it's a special teams coach. Because special teams, like you kind of know like who's the gritty guy or like
Yeah.
who's the guy that's gonna, who's the dog in the
Dan
house.
Campbell's.
Yeah.
If it's a tight ends coach or a special teams coach or a linebackers coach, you better be fucking terrified.
I think the Panthers cover. Like I got
You
the
think the
Bucks winning.
Panthers cover?
I think the Bucks win, but I think the Panthers might cover. I
You
don't
think
know.
it's a low scoring game?
Yeah,
I
for
would
the
think so.
Panthers.
Fucking yeah, but
I kind of need. I don't need them to win any more games. I'm banking on them to just tank the rest of the season.
yeah, the over under is 36.5. Do you think the over hits in that?
Well, it hit when the Bucks and the Colts played. I thought the under was like a sheer thing in that game.
Yeah. God damn, the Bucks are 1-5 in the last, or 1-4 in the last 5 games. Jesus
It's
Christ.
It's Baker playing his ass off, and he's trying to put the team together, and he's trying to be the glue, and the Bucks just aren't.
Damn, they threw a flag on that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was catchable. Remember that one year in the NFL where they were like, okay, we can review pass interference. And then the refs were like, no, we're not changing shit. And then they were like, all right, we can't do that anymore. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's an iffy one. But I do agree with you. I think the Bucks win. But like I said, I think for them to really feel good about going forward the rest of the season and maybe making the playoffs, I think they have to cover. Like they have to start having not only actual victories but moral victories.
Yeah.
They got to start really beating teams.
I feel bad for the Panthers, man. Having the owner David Tepper.
Yeah, he sucks. Hey, it is. If we're going back to the Bucks,
He's got that billionaire mindset.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is what I've done in the past to make me successful. I'm just going to use the same approach in the NFL when it clearly doesn't work like that. Ooh.
Oh, nice, Bo Nix, dude. Oh shit, I don't like him throwing his head in like that. They don't give a fuck though. Going back to the Bucks, talking about their the potential to make the playoffs. They're one game out of the division. Look,
Somebody's got to win that division.
Someone's got to win that division. They play the Panthers twice. They also play the Falcons and the Saints.
So they get the rematch against the Falcons.
Yes. Now they also play the Packers and Jags, but realistically, they could lose to the Packers and Jags, win the rest of their games, and make the playoffs at 8-9.
So?
Yeah, 8-9 wins that division.
I don't feel like they should. I mean, nice catch.
Nice play. Oh shit, yeah.
Okay, Oregon's not completely out of it.
Sprint out worked for fucking once. Jesus Christ, dude, can they stop that shit? Do they not trust their offensive line enough to just drop back pass?
Dude, Washington's defense has been playing well.
That is true. I don't know, man.
But yeah, what you were saying, like with the Bucks, like they're still realistically could be in the playoffs
and host a playoff game.
Yeah, I know it's weird that they'd be hosting a playoff game at 8-9.
I mean, Dallas did it
Were they 8-9 when they hosted?
like years ago. Yeah, the NFC East was that bad. It was like the mid.
They were like 9-7,
Same
something like that.
difference.
Yeah, tomato.
Or maybe 8-8. They were 8-8. I don't know. Anyways, this could be the game of the day. Eagles Niners.
Yeah,
That
there's a lot of trash talk. Debo Samuel
yeah.
talking trash on the Eagles.
AJ Brown talking shit about Debo.
Yeah,
Which they were college teammates, so that's more so than just fucking around. But
they were college teammates.
both went to Ole Miss.
No, Debo I thought went to South Carolina.
Oh fuck, who am I thinking of? DK. I'm thinking of DK.
Yeah, no, you're thinking
Never
DK.
mind.
Okay,
Wait.
so this one's
Debo DK is South Carolina. Fuck me. Yes, sorry.
so the Eagles are at home and San Francisco's favored.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
that's crazy to me.
That is insane.
But here's the way that I see this one. I see this as the 49ers have probably circled this on their calendar after what happened in the NFC Championship last year. This is one where San Francisco potentially could win and get all the momentum, and then I think this is a rematch in the NFC Championship game. I think
You think so?
I think these two teams play again in the NFC Championship game. Like them and Dallas are the only ones I can realistically see playing in the NFC Championship game.
You
But
don't
this is
have
probably
faith in the Lions?
they could probably make the divisional
You got to
round.
see it first with them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they've been kind of on the downhill. But
Mhm.
this is one of those like San Francisco probably if they do win, it's going to be a rematch, and then I think the Eagles win the rematch, like in the championship game, or if they play again in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts, he just makes big plays, man.
He does, dude. And it's
He's
just
he's good.
all right, we're at halftime in that. So Jalen is good, man. And he makes not only big plays, but he makes them at such the perfect time, dude. He shows up in the biggest moments and plays so well.
Yeah. Now
I
their problem is the secondary.
certainly. Their secondary has been really bad, and that's where the 49ers can really attack them.
Yeah.
If they can really get it going, the 49ers can really attack them in the secondary. And I think I just have a hard time picking against the Eagles.
Yeah, I know. It is
Kind of
tough. Like
like,
they're 10-1.
yeah. And I mean, obviously, they had the game last week where we were like, oh, they got lucky. The refs gave it to them, but it's like, hey, they still made the plays they had to make to win that game.
That's it. They just make big plays. Like they win when it
They're a
counts.
very well coached team. Nick Sirianni's a top 5 coach in the NFL.
I absolutely. I agree with you.
He's got them rolling. And what shows up the best for a coach is not can you get your team up to play in any game or get your team to win games. I think it's can you get your team to play their best when they have to get the
Yeah.
most out of your team at the highest moment.
That's
Like
what they've done.
they were close to winning the Super Bowl last year. Like they can do it, man. And Nick Sirianni's a hell of a coach. Jalen Hurts a hell of a quarterback. They got a great receiver room. DeAndre Swift is fucking great. Their offensive line is probably the best in the NFL. Their defensive line is one of the best in the NFL. They have young pieces everywhere. Like
Speaking of their defensive line, did you see the Christmas carols that they were doing in the studio? Jordan Davis.
yes,
He's such a beautiful voice
he does
for a
have.
big guy.
Do you
And
think
he's
about
good.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis being together for the foreseeable future in Philly
Yeah, I know. Like right
after
now
they
it's
had Fletcher Cox and Brandon Smith?
Brandon Graham.
Graham.
Yeah, no, they're drafting really well. Like they don't really need much. They may need a new center.
Hey, they may need a new center. You know what would be fucking fantastic for not for me because I want this to happen for my team. But you know who Philly should go out and get early second round, late first round?
Frazier.
No,
Is that what you're gonna say?
Mm.
Oh,
Billy Bowman Jr. They need safeties,
yeah.
or even Cam Kitchens out of Miami. Cam Kitchens would be a hell of a pick there.
Or the guy from Penn State,
Yeah,
Winston.
yeah,
He's projected to be the first safety taken,
yeah. I'm sure Billy won't be the first safety taken. He's too undersized.
which is crazy. with the way that he's playing.
Yeah.
He's got range.
He does. He's got serious range, dude.
He's got that 3-point.
He's also got
range.
special teams playmaking ability. If
Yeah.
you really want to play him there. If you really want to throw your safety back there. But hey, I think he could potentially be the steal of the draft because I don't think he goes in the first round.
Unless he
Obviously, there's
stays.
a bit of OU bias there. I hope he fucking stays.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
I'll Billy all my Bowmans if he stays.
What about the next game, Browns-Rams? Joe Flacco has been named officially the starter. Is that true? Am I making that up?
No, I think he has been.
I know he was elevated, like from the practice squad.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco.
Rams look to continue unexpected playoff push. Stop it.
The Rams technically aren't out of it. Yeah, so Joe Flacco will be starting.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting
God,
stat.
Denzel Ward's hurt for them too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, Denzel Ward's hurt. Mari Cooper, he was hurt.
Is Myles Garrett hurt? Didn't he get hurt?
Popped the shoulder.
Is he playing?
I don't think so.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oboe season.
Hey. Just had a kid, you know?
Yeah, he just had a kid, which was.
And he had a great game too.
Yeah. There needs to be like an email alert whenever like a player has a baby, just to do a prop bet on him.
Yeah. I need to watch the wives and girlfriends pregnancy.
Joe Flacco's 2-0 against the Rams in his tenure. 2011, 2015.
Is he 3-0 after Sunday?
We'll see. Is Joe Flacco still elite?
Was he ever?
If they win the Super Bowl, I don't think there's. I think it's funny.
Imagine he takes them to the fucking Super Bowl.
I think it's funny because like he is in a position now where he is just much older, but like apparently one of the offensive coordinator for the Browns said that he still has an elite arm.
Shit.
I don't know. Like from a realistic standpoint, is Joe Flacco the answer? Probably not. But I mean,
hey, it'd be fun, especially if they won a couple games.
Yeah,
that'd be.
If they win a couple
Watch
of games,
them go beat the fucking Ravens or the Steelers. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that's gonna feel weird for Ravens fans when that comes up.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's gonna feel really weird for Ravens fans.
Oh shit! New Mexico State come back and tied it.
Were they down? They were up last time I checked.
New Mexico State.
Yeah,
they were down the whole time. Liberty's been up.
Before we started the podcast, it was 14-7.
Oh well, Liberty's been up since we started the podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, nice.
Rams should win this game though. Realistically,
you think so?
I think so. And it's not even like the Joe Flacco thing's funny, and he could come out and win the game. I just think their key players for the Browns are too hurt. Not even quarterback, but like
that's such a hearing the stat that I presented where he's 2-0 against the Rams and with an average like passing yardage of like 300 against them. That's like testing me to see how bad of a gambler I really am.
It makes you really want to take it, huh?
Yeah, because like they throw the stat out there and it's like, I mean,
watch him have like 600 yards.
Yeah, if it happens, it's like a I told you so moment.
Yeah. It's not going to happen. I don't know. The Rams defense isn't good. They're not that good. It's just.
But Sean McVay is such a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
I
just don't see any way that the Rams don't win this game.
Okay. We are officially Browns haters.
We are.
I hate the Browns.
Wait, whoa.
I hate the Browns.
The Cleveland Browns.
Thank you for clarifying that. Yes, don't get it twisted.
No, we hate the Cleveland.
I got to watch the way I say things when I'm on air.
Yes. All right, Chiefs Packers.
Yeah, so this is the first flex of the season.
Yep.
Because it was originally going to be the Chargers and the Patriots. They flexed it out.
Thank fucking God that's not the primetime game.
So my fear is that the Packers are figuring things out and that they're getting good, and it's like my worst nightmare. and they could go out and put a game up against the Chiefs. And if it is really, really, even like a really, really close loss, that scares me. But I got to give credit to the Packers, man. They're playing well. Rashawn Gary's playing well. You won't hear me crediting the Packers anymore. But
Good.
No, you go ahead.
No.
My
Finish
heart
what you're
can't
gonna
take
say. Finish what you're gonna say.
I'll give credit to Jordan Love, even though I hope he fails.
Thank you.
How do you think
Look,
this game is going to go?
the Chiefs should win this game. The Chiefs
Okay.
should win. Now I'm speaking this shit into existence because the Packers. I've been saying it last 4 weeks. The Packers should lose, and they only lost one of them. But realistically, the Chiefs should win this game. They should honestly probably cover.
You
The
were ready to
defense is
tank.
really good. I was ready to tank.
You were ready to tank.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. This might be one of the healthiest Green Bay's been on defense. One of the healthiest games Green Bay's had on defense. Jair might be back. Rudy Ford might be back. Eric Stokes could potentially play. But fucking our young guys, Anthony Johnson's been playing his ass off. Corey Ballantyne's playing great. Carrington Valentine has the second lowest passer rating allowed, minimum of 100 coverage snaps, second only to Jalen Ramsey.
Isn't he a rookie?
Yes, 7th round rookie.
You liked that pick, didn't you?
I loved him.
Yeah.
Loved it. You want to know why? You want to know who he reminded me of? Sam Shields.
Yeah.
He's been playing out. It's only fitting he wears 37, but he's been playing his ass off, man. And I love the pick when it happened. But the defense has been coming together. They've been playing well. But not only that, the team's been playing complimentary football.
Well, and the most important thing is that Jordan Love is playing well. Unlike
Jordan Love is playing great.
Yeah, he's playing really well. He made some throws against the Lions that were just
yes. Now, also Matt LaFleur is being a lot more aggressive with his play calls, which certainly helps because it gives the team a lot more like faith. You know,
juice.
Yeah, and so it shows that he trusts his guys. Now, I think now going back and watching the tape from last week, Jordan Love was not perfect. He missed a lot of reads. There were some throws he missed. There were sometimes he put his receiver in danger. But like the throw to Malik Heath should have never happened. But it was fucking amazing to watch it happen. He had one ball on a double move post, or not a post, a post is in a double move like corner route to Jaden Reed where he put it on the money and Jaden couldn't come down with it. Romo Dobbs been playing well. He's had a bit of a drop issue last couple games. Christian Watson's played his best of his career, arguably recently. Well, I won't say that. That stretch run he had last year with Aaron was insane. But he's been playing great. We need to be healthy. Oh, shit. We need to be healthy with running backs. It is a long day. It's just my heart says it can't just keep getting better. At some point, with how young and volatile they are as a team, because they're so young, you have to.
That's the tough part is keeping your hopes up high, because then they make a playoff. They make a playoff run. They get to the playoffs like.
Well, they're not winning a playoff game.
Yeah, I know.
I would think unless
you kind of
they
want a better
as like a 5
position.
seed and play the 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play a little bit worse team, but like they're not going to beat the Lions in the playoffs. I wouldn't think they could. I mean, I just don't see it happening, especially if it's in Detroit.
It's so tough, like rooting for an organization, like being a Bears fan or being like a Packers fan. Like you've had success, but that's because you've had the quarterback, and now there's so many good quarterbacks in the NFL that could make runs, and you don't know if your guy can do it. Like that's the tough part. Like you would hope so. Like you put a lot of faith into a team. That's how I feel about the Bears right now. It's like I like Justin Fields. Like I want him to be the guy. I think they just need more weapons, and they just need to make a really good coaching hire if they're not going to stay with Eberflus. People are saying Jim Harbaugh. Like there have been reports that Jim Harbaugh could come in, but no, yeah, like winning. I guess it's good to have a victory, but it does kind of hurt your draft position a little bit.
It does, but realistically, so
what big thing do the Packers really need right now, though? Left tackle.
Zach Tom has been amazing at right tackle. Realistically, if David Bakhtiari plays for the Packers again, let's say he's healthy week 1 next year, how long does he stay healthy? Look, I love David Bakhtiari with all of my heart. He's one of my favorite Packers of all time. I love me some offensive linemen, which we just had Brian Bulaga officially re-signed with the Packers to retire a Packer, which was cool. But David Bakhtiari realistically doesn't have much time left, even more so with the Packers. than just in general. So I think it's time you go out and you have to swing for the fences and try to hit on a franchise left tackle.
Insurance check. That's what they did with Aaron Rodgers when they drafted Jordan Love.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. There's Joe Alt that's going to be there. There's I forget his name.
Olu.
Yeah, out of Penn State. The Olu Denehi or something like that. Is that him? No, Olu Denehi, someone else.
It's like something starts with an F.
Yeah, I don't remember, but Olu's there. This is a pretty. I'm not going to say stacked, but it's a pretty deep offensive lineman class, in my opinion. There's a lot of really good guys. Yeah.
Except for like D-line, maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of D-line, I did want to bring this up. So, Carl Brooks was a 7th-round pick from the Packers. Coming out of Bowling Green. Dude, he's been fucking on fire as an interior defensive lineman. He's been kicking ass, bro. Generating so much pressure with either a bull rush. He's not using a lot of different moves, but he's just so fucking strong. He blows everything up at the point of attack, and it's been amazing. I do think Green Bay does need more depth along the D-line, though, or safety. Like Green Bay's 3 biggest needs, in my opinion, right now are tackle, specifically left tackle, but also right guard and center. So really offensive line depth. Safety.
Been a lot of, speaking of like rookie interior or just rookie pass rushers, there's been a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, Kalijah Cansey, and then
yeah. Carl Brooks has been great. I want to see a lot more out of Lucas Van Ness, though. We haven't seen a whole lot out of him, but
that was a first-round pick too.
Yeah, but historically, look at Rashawn. Rashawn didn't play a whole lot his first couple of years.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe you think it's like a developmental stage.
I think so because the Packers, they bank on athleticism.
Yeah.
Like if you look, one thing that's consistently brought up is the RAS score, the relative athletic score.
Yeah.
That the Packers love to fucking draft based off of. They really do, bro. Like it's insane. But I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'll tell you after we get done. Sorry, I'm looking at the halftime thing. Talking about Jeremiah. But anyways, look, the Packers draft off athleticism, and then they bank on being able to turn that into skill as well. So I think Lucas Van Ness, while he has flashed from time to time, obviously he had that chase down sack on Justin Fields in the first game. I think it's going to be probably another year or two before you see a whole lot of him. But, I mean, you still have Preston Smith for a little while, so you might as well use him while you have him. I doubt he's on the team next year. Kingsley and Igbare has been really good out of South Carolina, so I think they just need more, like, defensive line and pass rushing depth. They need safeties, and they need offensive linemen.
Yeah.
That's where the Packers are. So, and maybe a running back. Maybe they go get, like, a Ray Davis late in the draft or, like, a Donovan
Yeah, if you're going to move off of Aaron Jones, absolutely.
Yeah, and AJ Dillon. Well, no, AJ's been playing well. AJ's actually been playing really well lately. But maybe the Packers go get like a Ray Davis or a Blake Corum. Or I don't think they draft high enough as a running back for Blake Corum, but I'm getting way off on a tangent.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to talk.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up. Sorry. I just keep going, man.
Yeah.
The Chiefs should win.
You're excited. You're excited.
But the Chiefs should win this game.
Yeah, it looks like this is the point in the season where the Chiefs finally figure it out, I would assume. Like they figured it out. I mean, I know it's the Raiders, but like just get the ball to your playmakers. Hope they can catch. But yeah, I like the Chiefs this game too. Monday night.
I really won't be mad if they lose. I really won't be mad if the Packers lose. But sorry.
Well, I mean, if they keep it close, that's a good sign, right?
I do want to see a competitive game.
How about this? Loser talk. Must compete.
Must compete.
Okay. And if they win, then get bad for me for the future.
Anyways, Monday night, Bengals at Jags. Jags should win this game.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. Like, it's just the Bengals. Jake Browning is not the guy, obviously. I mean, when Joe Burrow's your guy, and they're just not going to do anything.
You know what? Let's switch it up this time. Let's go game by game. Let's do our picks.
Okay.
We'll do that for this week.
Okay.
Since we're in week 13, It's almost coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do for this week, game by game. So, Chargers, Patriots. We touched on it. Who do you like?
Chargers.
You like the Chargers?
Mm-hmm.
I like the Chargers too. I just don't know if I like them to cover.
I do.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are kind of in that mode now where they're tanking. Like, they know they're not a very good team, and they've got some questions as far as like head coach and like the organization moving forward. So, I like the Chargers.
Yep.
Covering. Cardinals, Steelers.
Steelers to win, Cardinals to cover.
You think the Cardinals cover?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I low key kind of like the over in this game. I know it's Pittsburgh's offense, but maybe with like a new offensive coordinator, maybe there's a little bit more juice. Maybe it's Kenny Pickett unlocked. They looked pretty good last week. I mean, they had 400 yards of offense. I mean, they only scored 16 points, but it's not a very good Cardinals team. Like, they're kind of banking off of Kyler Murray just being the soul of that team, like that offense, because the Rams like feasted on that secondary. And I think if they can use some of the things that the Rams did last week, getting Warren more carries, and then just passing downfield, just getting the ball to fire, like passing in the middle of the field should help. I think their linebackers are really weak, so I kind of like the over in that game.
Yeah, I like it.
Colts, Titans.
I'm taking the under in that one. 42.5 is the pick there. I'm taking the under.
I'm picking the Colts.
Okay.
To win the game. I know the Titans are in a position where they need to win. Like, they need to get something going. They need to know what they have in their rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So
over under is 1. Do you think the Colts cover?
Oh, you mean the spread?
The spread, yeah.
Yeah.
Over under 1. Do you think Iowa covers?
Yeah, I know. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I like the Colts to win this game.
Yeah.
Now, it's not at home, so that's a big disadvantage for Gardner Minshew because he's really good at home.
Yeah.
But I think Shane Steichen just being a hell of a coach. Coaching battle. Mike Vrabel, the guy who's consistently been a very good coach, even with a bad roster.
I feel like Vrabel gets a lot more out of his teams than what they're worth.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
they're
I
just
like
a wide receiver and now a safety. They need a wide receiver and a safety.
Yeah, no, I agree. Next game here, we have Broncos at Texans. God, I know we talked about it a lot earlier. I'm so excited for this game, dude.
I like the Broncos in this game.
I do too.
You do?
I do.
Yeah. I kind of like the Broncos in this game. I'm not going to discredit, like, even if the Broncos win, that, like, Houston's still a good team.
So here's what I'll say, because I still don't know. Instead of taking the Broncos to win, I'm definitely going to take them to cover the spread of 3.
Yeah.
Do you think they win outright?
I like them to win. They've been playing really good.
I do too, but I'm going to bank on the fact they at least cover. They're going to Houston. Yeah, they're going to Houston. Houston's played really well at home. They really have played really well at home. So I'll bank on them to at least cover, but I would lean towards them to win if I had to pick winner or loser. So
okay, I like it. Falcons, Jets, and Falcons, right?
Yeah,
Falcons win that game.
They'll probably cover too.
Yeah, 33.5. Have the Jets defense, have they given up? Like, are they at a point now where it's like, okay, we're sick of this? Like, is this like where the Falcons they cover the over under by themselves?
Yeah, they might, dude.
I just don't know how I feel about their offense as a whole. Get the ball to Bijan more.
Yeah, no, if
They've
they certainly can get the ball to
players.
Bijan out in space, they can do some damage.
And maybe this is where Bijan's unlocked. Because remember, Arthur Smith, when he was with the Titans, there was a stretch where Derrick Henry wasn't getting enough touches, and then like towards this portion of the like a few years ago,
said fuck it.
Yeah, Tractor Cedo season. So maybe they follow that same recipe.
Maybe Bijan,
he's really good.
I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because you don't want your running backs to get too banged up, especially when it's a high contact guy like this. Like, you keep him healthy and low mileage, And then when teams start to wear and get tired and beat up, just let them rip.
Yeah, Arthur Smith does not care about your fantasy, apparently.
No, he does not.
Maybe this week he does. But the Jets defense is still really good. I don't know if they're at a point where they've just given up. They've said, we know we're not going to win this game.
Yeah.
But if they do win the game, then there's Jets fans are going to be talking. They're going to be saying, "Hey, we win this game, bring back Aaron."
Yeah. No,
I think of that mindset.
Yeah. No, I completely. You still think the Falcons win though? You think they cover?
I like the Falcons in this game. Oh yeah.
Yeah, too. Yeah, I definitely agree. Next one we have Lions Saints. I mean, we both kind of talked about this earlier. Lions should win this game. I think they cover.
I like the Lions in this game as well.
Yeah.
I know it's in New Orleans, but after that loss to the Packers, you've got to think that it's like a get right game.
Yeah. No.
Okay, we've struggled the past few weeks. Like we almost let the Bears beat us.
Yep.
Like the defense is not playing well. The defense continues
Mm-hmm.
to be like a hindrance to that team, which is crazy because that's what they've gone after is defense.
Yeah.
But
oh shit. First play, Oregon gets 13, 14 yards.
We got to wrap it up. I want to watch
this
this game.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, Lions win, right?
Yeah, I like the Lions to win. I don't know. I'm horrible with these. I need to look at more stats. That's something I have not been good at this week. Is looking at the stats going forward. I've been a busy man, unfortunately.
Me too.
But I do like the Lions to win this game.
Dolphins, Commanders. Dolphins.
I like the Dolphins to win the game. I like the Commanders to cover.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of lean that way as well. Just the Dolphins outright.
And you know me, I've been going for if the spread is huge, but it makes sense, I've been going for that. Like with the Dolphins being favored against the Panthers.
Yeah.
By 14. I liked that. I liked, Dallas being favored by 13 against Washington in the Thanksgiving game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is one of those Commanders, they figure out a way. But I think the Dolphins win. Their defense is playing much better.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is the Commanders' defense has not looked good the past couple of weeks.
No, their secondaries looked atrocious.
I might change that pick. I may pick the Dolphins to.
I was leaning. I don't know, man. I don't know. You kind of talked me into it. You kind of talked me into a Dolphins cover too.
Yeah. Their defense has not been playing very well. It depends on who's going to be out there. If it's their rookie corner that they drafted.
Damn, what's his name?
The corner.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of his name either.
Fuck. Anyways, we'll move on. You think the Dolphins cover?
Emmanuel Forbes.
Yes.
But he's apparently out.
Oh.
Now that it was a game time, it's been a decision, a week.
Yeah.
Week by week decision, but I think he had a serious injury. So
yeah. I'm gonna take the Dolphins to cover. You kind of talked me into it.
Yeah. Bucks Panthers.
I'm just taking Bucks to win.
Yeah. At first, I liked the Panthers to cover just because head coaching fire.
Yeah.
Maybe it sparks the team a little bit. Chris Tabor, he's been an interim coach a couple of times. He did it for Cleveland once, and he did it for the Bears once. Special teams guy.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks. I love Baker so much. I just don't know if I believe in the team.
The team's failing around him.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bucks to win. I'm not going to take them to cover.
Okay. So just win outright?
Yeah.
You think the Panthers are going to cover?
I don't know, but I don't trust the Bucks.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning that way too. I like the under in this game. 36.5.
Yeah,
I like the under in that game. Eagles 49ers.
I think the Eagles win.
You think the Eagles win?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't bet against the Eagles.
No. It's kind of they have to prove it to me.
Oh, do they have to prove they can lose?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Eagles have to prove that they can lose a game.
Yeah.
They have to want that loss.
Yeah, literally. No, because they proved to me they want to win more than anybody else. the way they
Yeah.
show up in the biggest moments, like I don't trust them to lose.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
don't
like,
trust my money on the Eagles to lose unless it's like the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
yeah. Well, even this year,
Yeah,
they're more on fire. Like they were they were winning big last year. You got to look at the coaching staff, like Jonathan Gannon being there, Shane Steichen being there. Now they're both head coaches. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. I like the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if this is
no,
they circled the count like the 49ers circled this game and they said we're
not losing. We can go 1-16. We're not losing this
because it's
game.
not even the fans that are riled up. It's the players too. Like, well, you're
Yeah.
lucky Brock Purdy doesn't hurt his elbow that game. It's a different story, but
I don't
like
think it is, by the way, but yeah, no, I certainly see.
the Debo trash talk, it could be a 49ers win, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles to win this game.
Yep.
I like the
Definitely.
Eagles.
Definitely. Browns. Rams, right?
Rams -4. Ooh, I like the Browns to cover.
Browns cover.
Yeah. I like the Browns +4.
I'm
That
just
could
taking the Rams
change.
to win outright.
That could change. That could be 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
You like the Rams to win?
Just outright win.
Yeah. Okay. I like the Browns to cover.
Yep.
Also,
All right.
don't fade my picks. Anything I pick, you should just do the opposite.
Yeah.
At this point.
Hey, that's not good. We've been picking a lot
It'll
of
be
stuff.
indoctrinated in the dictionary one day.
Last game of the Sunday, Chiefs Packers. I think Kansas City. I'm just gonna take Kansas City to win. Is what I would take.
Come on, just say it with me. They're gonna win by 2 touchdowns.
Probably.
I actually don't think that's gonna happen. I think the Packers give them everything they got, and you'll never see me do this again, but I'm gonna take the Packers to cover.
Really?
Yeah. It's in Lambeau.
Yeah. See, that's what's kind of tripping me up, man. And that's look. I was
could
looking at
last
this.
second change my. I don't take this for like.
Put this in pencil, not pen.
Yeah, put this in pencil. Grab your eraser. I could change that pick, like
Pick the
before
Packers
a
to
game
win.
time decision.
Packers win, or Chiefs cover.
Right now, I'm going with a Packers win, actually.
Really?
But I could change that. So don't think that
You
this
got more
is.
faith in
You've
my
got
team
this.
than I do.
You've got this in recording, but I never thought I'd do that. I want the Packers to lose every game, but the way they're playing right now, I know Kansas City just came off that big victory in a divisional opponent.
It's two hot teams coming to meet each other.
Yeah.
Packers got a lot more to play for than the Chiefs do right now.
Yeah, exactly.
The Packers season's on the line.
The Chiefs could lose this game and then win the rest, and so they'd still be 12-4. Like maybe they don't get that 1 seed, but they'd be 2. They'd have the 2 seed.
I mean, they pretty much have their division, I think, in hand, pretty handily. So, yeah, because I mean, they're just fighting with the Ravens right now for the.
I think that's what they want, though. I think they want that 1 seed, so they have a lot to play for.
Yeah. I just like my formula is I hope I'm wrong on this one. Like that's where I'm at. Like, but I've been wrong the last few weeks picking the Packers to lose, and they've won. So, Chiefs win.
Okay.
Monday night. Yeah, Jags, Bengals. I'm taking the Jags to cover.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags as well. Okay. Let's wrap this up because I want to watch the rest of this game.
Yes, and I also need to eat. Anything else you want to say just in general about any of the games or anything?
No, I'm hoping for a chaos scenario with the playoffs. That's what I want. It's going to be interesting. So I think this is the only game that I had where it wasn't like a gimme, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That and the Georgia Bama game. Those are the 2 games where it's not a gimme. Like I think the Texas should win. If it's a dogfight, I'll be surprised, but they should blow them out.
Louisville should win.
I thought he fumbled on that play. He didn't. 3rd and goal. Now it's 4th and goal. Okay, do you go for it?
Hey,
Dan
that
Lanning
was all of the last game, man. Their last game with them.
They're gonna go for it. They have to sprint out.
If they sprint out, all right. Let's keep this live. If they fucking sprint out, I'm gonna.
Did you put money on this game?
No, I did not.
But you would have put money on the Oregon to win.
Oh, I 100%.
Okay, we'll keep this drive at least on.
Well, this is the last play of the drive, so.
Oh, they're going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, they just got it. Touchdown.
Did they really?
Yeah. To the tight end, number 3.
Wow, what a fucking play, dude. Hey, it's a 3-point game. All
Okay,
right, well, let's go ahead. Let's get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think. Also, let us know, would you like us to go live maybe for like a national championship or a playoff game or something like that? I'd certainly be down to do it. I usually watch those with family, though, so but definitely let us know. We can always arrange something. So anything else that you would like to say before we get out of here?
No, man. Let's watch the games this week. I'm gonna be at work for the Big 12 championship. I'm gonna be watching it,
Yeah,
but I'm hoping for a chaos scenario,
me too. Me
and I
too.
can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow and Sunday.
Yep, this is gonna be fucking electric. But thank you all for watching, and let's have a fucking great weekend.
Deuces.